2019. This is the Samurai Showdown stream, and it has been super amazing all weekend so far. You're definitely at the right place if you want to see some hype action. My name is Ryan Hart, and I'm here joined by Hell Pockets. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to be working with you. I can already tell this is going to be a great vlog. We have been seeing some absolute slobber knockers the entire weekend so far, and we're getting down to the absolute murderous few that will be making it into semis.
Only the beasts remain. You know what I'm
only
saying?
the beasts remain. And sure, some of the people we haven't heard of, but we are going to be looking at some people early on that we might know from other games. Like when we cut to the camera, the stage, we're going to be seeing Punko on
the
stage.
man himself.
And I've been waiting to talk about this guy in this the scope of this game, because the way this guy plays is absolutely the way I would expect him to play a game like this. You know,
I mean, it's the kind of game where you have to be confident in your decisions.
Yes.
You know, you can't second guess yourself. You can't think, what if he does this and that? This is my read. I'm committing to it 110%. And Punko is famous
for doing that, right?
He's, you know, I mean, on Street Fighter 4, his Seth, I mean, we've seen him run riot with people. And yeah, he's no different on Samurai Shodown. And it's absolutely interesting. It's really amazing to see people transfer styles from different games and come over to Samurai Shodown.
And it almost fits so perfectly for a lot of these people, you know? I don't want to say the game was made for him, but he's definitely adapting a lot quicker than most people.
Yeah.
So I would expect to see a lot of him today.
Oh yeah, he's playing all in every time.
Oh, for sure. You know, like Genjuro too, probably. Like, come on, baby.
I mean, hey, we know Genjuro is a top character. We know he's #1 in the game right now. This is a Genjuro build. Let's see what he can do. I mean, Punko is essentially about winning. He's not here to mess about. He's not just trying to finesse you. He wants to get the W. And what better character to do that with than Genjuro?
Entirely. You know, the guy just basically mauls and slices the entire time. And it looks simple, but it's oppressive as all hell.
Right. So here we go. It's going to be Tam Tam, another top character. I mean, I think he's up there right now in the top 5 area, Tam Tam.
Yeah, he's been waffling a little bit too, because some people were saying that, you know, he's high mid, maybe just solid mid. Some people even said he was S tier for a moment.
Yep. Oh, and that solid crouching medium slash. I mean, that's a really popular round starter, isn't it? Oh, yes. The lightning wings, DP. Ooh, he just does it, just as we talked about. He doesn't care.
Not at all. Wow, what a good read on that grab.
And he is just all over Nagai right now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, Nagai right now looking a little...
Oh, but there's a guard break. Okay.
You know, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. He's bringing himself back into this round here.
Yeah, Tam Tam's someone who, if he disarms you, you actually do not get a chance to use those really buff physical attacks because he gets that fire spit. But we see Punko fearless winning anyway. Indeed.
Great weapon flip from Nagai, but unfortunately, Punko was able to get his sword back, and that spelt the end of Nagai for that first round.
Yeah, once Genjuro gets the blade back, it's just like, it's almost like you pissed him off. You know, he's probably got full rage again, too.
Really unfortunate. It looked like it was going to go Nagai's way for a second there.
All right, the guy trying his best to slow this down a little bit. Meaty skull.
Trying to keep him. I know, right? I think
that was kind of sick.
That looked definitely minus though.
Yeah. No.
Oh my goodness! And the jumping.
That's the optimal stuff.
Tried to get the full combo. The jumping wasn't deep enough. And Tam Tam with that floaty jump. Oh, dashes in, no guard break though.
Yeah, we see Punko
he tries it there, and there's a heavy slash, big damage there. Nagai in trouble now, but he does have a weapon flip optional if he can get it. Oh no, there's the overhead into the death hack, and this is all Punko right now.
Wow! Oh. So he lost throwing vulnerability because of the wake-up roll.
Oh my goodness, Punko. Beastly first game there, 2 rounds to 0. Nagai must be deep in thought right now.
He's probably thinking, I'm not going to roll towards this man out of the corner anymore.
Nope.
You know, that's definitely not an option I'm willing to take, because he's got 2 throws that he can utilize.
I mean, Genjuro extremely versatile. He has so many moves.
You know, or it's Punko. He could just DP you on your wake up.
He could indeed, yes. Nice medium slash there from Nagai, trying to keep him at bay here. Oh, no anti-air. Could have opted for the air to air, so it had a few options there. It's not easy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, now the interesting thing about that light attack DP, is that too far? Yes, it is. Oh no!
He wasted the rage explosion. He did not need to activate there, especially in the first round, and he might be in trouble because of that.
Yeah, he definitely is in trouble. And, he's definitely shook.
Oh man, and he's not even going to win the round that he used it in.
Yeah,
this is not looking good. Throws out some skulls now, tries to create some distance, and that will help.
Not impossible for Tam Tam. Still has access to his fire spit, and still some of his better special moves.
Punko, very impatient here. He's giving him free damage. Oh wow! He wanted to bulldoze Nagai, but Nagai very greatly timed normals there with the medium slashes and the jump-ins. Really smart stuff.
And for a moment, we'll talk about the recovery there, because Nagai definitely looked like he was on the ropes mentally, and immediately just switched it on to slow mode.
I mean, Punko needs to be careful. He started out strong here. Started to set.
He might be showing his hand a little too much here.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh. Nice. All right, Punko getting a little more methodical.
Trying to be a bit more calculated with his moves.
That's going to go the distance here because obviously...
look at that. Great air to air there.
Nagai is not going to approach anymore. He's going to keep himself in the corner.
Nagai is holding down the fort in the corner.
Yeah, and that's going to be
there's a
wrap,
weapon flip. And this might be trouble for Nagai here.
Yeah, because that weapon's all the other side. He's got to go through this wall of Koyukujin to get that back.
Oh, no.
The classic.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Yeah, right.
If it hits, you get the round. I mean, you know.
That light attack DP has such little recovery, and
so
you think you can just... the best thing to do is just hit it out of the air. Trying to catch him landing is like, nah, man, forget about it. Ooh, no, does not have the burst anymore. Has to eat. Oh my God.
Doesn't get all of it, though.
Interesting
and
thing about
now, that guy, back alive here. He has a chance.
That is scary.
And that he'll be happy with that.
No. Again? Run up, deflect.
The jump attack was not deep enough. It's a rage explosion. Punko
he just
on the
attack to stop
here.
Those buttons real quick.
And there's a weapon flip, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Nothing at all. And I bet that thing's landing on the other side. There it is.
He went for the command grab though.
Yeah, so that was a neutral wake
up.
It's
on screen. I think he can get it.
He can definitely get it right now. I don't know why he's not trying to reach for it.
And
now it's definitely dangerous.
He wants a knockdown. Doesn't want to try and get it straight away.
Yeah, he's got. So he had a full screen advantage there. There's nothing Punko really could have did other than possibly see Rekka. But that's hindsight, right?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely needed the sword back at some point towards the end there if he wanted to be within a chance of winning the game. But, Punko was standing within that range where as soon as you get it, he's just going to press a button and kill you.
Exactly.
There was no chance at the end.
That's that invisible pressure.
Yeah. But, I don't know if that may be a sign of weakness on Punko's side. When he gets the life lead, when he's feeling himself, he does tend to overextend quite a lot. And that could work out to his detriment later on.
You think maybe he's thinking, I want to finish this off as quickly as possible before, he actually makes me feel a little bit nervous about getting hit a couple of times?
I feel like he didn't want to get into this conditioning game where Tam Tam is keeping you at a distance, zoning you out with the skulls, meeting you in the air with the fierces. Like, I think he didn't want to be in that scenario at all.
Right.
So he just wanted to negate all that by throwing out the light DPs, deterring him from throwing out the mid-screen normals so he could play his control game the whole way through.
And I can see possibly how a lot of players in this game, when they get the life lead, they like to sit on it, because this game is very good if you want to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But that also gives your opponent time to study some of your habits. And I don't think he wanted to give that guy the chance to do any of it.
Punko marching forward here in the winner's side, I do believe that was. I mean, I hope you're enjoying the action. Samurai Shodown here at Evolution Championship Series 2019. Reinhardt here with Hell Pockets. First game looked pretty Genjuro dominant.
It was a good match though, it was Genjuro dominant, but I really am impressed by the way Nagai was able to adjust and recover from something that honestly would probably mentally guard break most people.
Oh yeah, for sure. He held it together there. There was some great composure, especially in that second game.
Yeah, and definitely playing like a veteran. And speaking of veterans here, we got Laban, SNK veteran, rolling up with what I think is either the Ukyo cosplay or maybe OG Geese Howard cosplay.
Now, we've got a Kyoshiro I just saw on the character select screen, a character we don't see too much of, especially in this ecosystem of Genjuros and Haomarus. But
is he actually doing it?
I'm not sure. Is this
I was about to say,
is this just a button check?
I think it's just a button
check.
Oh,
okay, all right. I won't get too excited just yet.
Yeah, so you mentioned Kyoshiro. Laban,
oh my God, he's
actually doing it.
We're getting Genjuro versus Kyoshiro right here.
So a little bit of backstory on this right now. Laban has been the, I won't say the sole cheerleader for the Kyoshiro army.
Okay.
The Kabuki kids.
Right.
But he has been taking the news that he is the worst character in the game very personally and hates to hear people talk about that. He's got a
point to prove here at EVO.
Yes, he definitely has a point to prove here at EVO. He wants to win matches with Kyoshiro on stream. I don't know if he's going to rock him the entire tournament, but he definitely wants to send a message.
If there was ever a place you construct your stuff, it's Evolution Championship Series, and here he is.
Definitely is. He wants to show that Kyoshiro has things that he can win with.
Oh man, and light DP into fierce DP, the classic flowchart. Oh, universal overhead. Very slow though. Oh! Gets gripped up by the Toad Plague.
Yeah, so the Toad is invulnerable. I think it's invulnerable going up. Nice down H.
Really awesome anti-air there. Oh, and there's a guard break into the weapon flip.
He's going to take that. Unarmed, I'm not entirely sure how bad Kyoshiro is. He does retain some of his specials that are pretty interesting, but he does not have that range anymore.
Yeah, and it's not looking good. Dizzy has got him at the got a great space to take the first round here, and he's just looking to chip him with anything now.
And you see Dizzy going for that down M because he doesn't want to go with the mix. That could get weapon caught.
Anything will do it. Crouching medium slash, and Dizzy is on the board.
This might be a rough match for LeBron right now because he lost that weapon so quickly into the first round.
That's what it is.
Just helpless.
You eat a guard break, and then they do a weapon flip, and then you can choose to rage explosion. It's the first round. You don't want to give it up too early, right? So you just have to take the weapon flip sometimes.
Oh boy. Ooh, nice blocks.
Oh, into the command grab.
Can't block that.
Definitely not.
All right, that was an okay trade for LeBron. Oh man, got a little too impatient there. Ends up beating CDP for
Wake
his
up lightning. Oh, the cross up with the fierce.
He didn't believe in it though.
Fierce death hack. He didn't believe. He didn't commit to the rest.
Now that did a lot of damage at far C.
Yeah, that was a lot. 2 hits of glory. Oh! Blocked the overhead, but didn't block the wreckers afterwards. The death hack caught him.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh my goodness.
What a character.
It has some unseen range, that move.
It definitely does, and it has less recovery than your standard guard.
Yeah, I remember when I tested that on the practice mode, I was like, why can I punish a regular guard break attempt, but I can't punish the command throw? If I dodge it, try and get the recovery, you can't.
You might get DP for that, right?
Yeah, definitely. You're eating something.
Yeah.
All right, so game 2, Genjiro.
Wow.
Super solid, and he starts off with the cross-up death hack.
Yeah, that's when you know the opponent is feeling himself. It's like, you know what,
definitely.
C death hack out the gate.
Yeah.
Out tsunami.
He knows that he has LeBron on a little bit of tilt here. Oh, out the corner, that was nice.
Now, LeBron actually had the opportunity to do super duper there. Woo!
Yes.
There we go. Playing a little bit more of that mid-range. He was playing that mid-range casual game that works out. That's his best positioning.
When the opponent has the race bar, you have to be really careful not to get guard breaking, because they're just looking to weapon flip you. That's all they want.
Whoa. And just here's the problem with Kyoshiro. Just look how honest he has to play the game. He has to utilize everything in order just to survive, and even then, it may not work out. Meanwhile, Genjiro just gets to do jump C into stand C.
And then he can do stuff like throwing DPs out, because even if they get blocked, what's the punishment? He's got no
Exactly,
weapon,
right? You're going to tap me.
Yeah. Gonna tickle me right now? Okay.
Exactly.
Is that what's up?
I like that kind of stuff. Do it harder, right?
Yeah, so the meta completely changes.
Yeah.
The risk reward is totally different.
Oh, nice down H. He's going to want to stay at that range,
He's on
though.
point with those anti-airs.
Oh, that doesn't work anymore. That's B special stuff.
Keeping him at range, though. I think that's how you want to fight against him. Yeah, and there's that DP again, out the corner.
All right.
Laban now back in play here. Oh, he doesn't get the punish on the guard.
I think he wanted the down H in the air, and that probably would have hit that.
Dash up, fierce DP. Got the extra damage from the max mode.
There it is. That's
Nice.
a great anti-air. The back dash, down slash, they cannot jump in on that.
Brilliant anti-air. Yes, and a great read gets Laban a round now. First round of the set.
Now, he has to play this game so solid right now because Kyoshiro just does not get to abuse anything.
There we go. Let's see if he can tie it up here. He needs this round to stay alive.
All right, good poke.
Okay.
That's right, make him deal with that also. Nice read.
Didn't take the bait.
I'm surprised that wasn't a counter hit.
Dizzy looking for the parry there. Oh my goodness,
Get that
he just
big
throws
hit.
out the
No,
lightning
waited
with
too long.
but no punish.
I think he might have actually been going for a super duper.
Oh, goes for the death hack. Oh, and there's a fierce, that heavy slash. Massive damage there.
Ow.
Oh, empty jump, DP.
And he was just a little too far to get grabbed anyway.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And he's going to be looking for the command grab, the Zen Blade. There it is.
Yes, sir. If they wait
And
too long.
almost kills him. He's got one more hit left.
Oh, all right.
There's
I like
the
it.
rage explosion.
Oh, no.
And another Zen Blade. And that is it. 2-0. Gutsy dash in command grab at the end there. He knew that it was all or nothing right now. If he's going to do lightning blade and kill me with his Zen, it's going to happen right now. But I'm going to go for my command grab anyway.
No, totally. Like we saw that Dizzy was definitely testing LeBron's reaction to the run-up grabs, and LeBron was just, because he's playing Kyoshiro, because Kyoshiro's jumps are super floaty, he's not eager to go airborne.
Right.
Especially against someone who has a great anti-air like Genjiro, and if all he's doing is running at you, like it's literally a 50-50 at that point.
I mean, to a certain extent, Genjiro was only really getting damage from death hacks, dash up DPs, and a lot of stuff that comes from the ground. I mean, he defended the air pretty well. He had some really good NTS going with Kyoshiro. So I feel like he doesn't really need to jump in against that style of Genjiro. He can stay on the ground and fight.
He can definitely stay on the ground, but he wanted to stay at that mid-range. We saw where he was using the stand M to just poke him out, throwing out the out tsunami projectile just to see if he would try to jump over it. And if he did, he was going to do the spinning DP to just catch him out of the air. But LeBron's downfall was probably that I think he wanted to get the party started a little too early.
Yeah, in some instances, definitely.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I've noticed, as the game's new and everything, we're all still learning in that. I feel like when players get really confident in the mix-up of running into the guard break or running in with DP, one thing that's really useful is just backdashing.
Yeah.
As soon as you see them running in, just backdash. If they do guard break or DP, they'll both whiff.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really useful tool.
And not only that, we saw earlier that Kyoshiro, one of the characters, that has an action after backdash.
Yeah.
So it actually behooves him to use backdash, and if he actually reads correctly,
Yeah.
his down slash will punish.
Yeah,
and
great.
It's like, free damage.
Yeah, all the characters that can do moves from their backdash, Galford, Kyoshiro, Ukyo, characters that can cancel their backdash into moves. Those are super useful.
Exactly. And something that as big as that, like Old Baby, you're going to definitely make your opponent think twice about the run-up grabs.
Right. Indeed, indeed. We're going to get into our third game of the day. Going to find out who these fine gentlemen are in just a moment, and also who they use, of course. All right. Oh, okay. We've got Yashimaru.
All right.
Or is this a button?
There's definitely buttons. We're going in for button configuration.
I really like Yashimaru on this.
Yashimaru is a very fun character. Who was also someone that people were kind of like unsure where he sat in the list.
Yeah, they weren't sure.
And I can say from my experience that Yashimaru definitely excels at the matches against people who have great answers.
Right. I mean, yeah, he's great with the air dashes, with the double jump, so he can bait Issens and stuff. Like, he's got a lot of really useful and especially unique tools.
Exactly. The other interesting thing is like when he actually he's the only character who has his entire repertoire of special moves can be buffed by rage.
Right.
So he's going to be one of the few people in this game that, well, not want to say few, but he's one of the people in this game who have to hold on to rage as long as possible.
Yeah, it's super valuable to have rage mode with him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that Rage Buzzsaw, I will definitely be the #1 fanboy of that. That Rage Buzzsaw is about as close to Marvel as you get in this game.
Kamui-kotan. And it's going to be Yashimaru versus Yoshitora.
Now, that's not a bad matchup exactly for Yashimaru because at the same time, Yoshitora has a great ground game, has a great jumping.
Yes.
So
he can control you from a distance with the parry as well.
Exactly.
Which is really useful.
So Yashimaru would definitely not that he should anyway, but he will not be able to utilize the weapon flip technique at all.
Jump heavy slash.
All right, there's a DP. It's one sword. Is he going to try to go for swords? I doubt it, man. That's definitely not the
starting
the
off
way.
early. I mean, he took reduced damage in that combo, so he might be starting that. You can see a command grab soon. Oh wow!
Yeah, that's the stuff right there. With the body vulnerability. Ooh.
Wow! Oh my goodness.
So the interesting thing about that is like we know that unarmed attacks are super buff in terms of hitboxes.
Yeah.
But if your character has an unarmed attack while holding their weapons, that makes them super dangerous on the approach.
So true. And just all that more unpredictable as well, right?
Yes. And it looks like nothing, but you're getting anti-aired by it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
What do I do?
All right, 33 hits of joy.
Yeah, Kubo right now just like absolutely
he's
lighting up.
He's all over him right now. And this is looking really uphill for Zanfeld right now. Oh, dashes underneath. Running slide there, the kick.
Hey!
Oh, it doesn't close it out. Misses the
Kubo,
guard break.
Kubo, a strong player in his own right. Not that surprising that he's absolutely mauling with this.
Yeah, no, that was a great round from Kubo. What awesome control that he exhibited there in the mid-screen.
Yeah, I wanted to see Zanfeld possibly utilize more of Yashimaru's air game here. I don't think he wants to stand up against this Yoshitora.
I'm not sure how confident he is to stay airborne too long.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, like, Yoshitora is definitely going to be going for jump heavy slash a lot.
Jump heavy slash, he's got DP as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But at the same time, if he goes to the air, Yashimaru has a double jump. He can get above the heavy slash and punish.
Indeed, yeah, that's very true. You might want to initiate that to get that.
I would think so, yeah. You definitely should not just be letting him go to jump in for free.
You can't just stay on the ground all the time if you've got all these air options. There's a reason he's good in the air. He's meant to be there. He's meant to live there sometimes.
His jump M is actually really good at preempting things like that.
And he's caught by another jumping heavy slash.
Yeah, Kubo just absolutely having his way right now.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, wow, so ready for everything in that game. First game, 1-0 Kubo. And he's nodding, Zanfeld's nodding his head there. He knows he's up against some tough, stiff competition right now.
He might need a secondary here. I did not like any of that for him in this matchup. If he goes to character select, I wouldn't blame him in the slightest.
Yeah, it was too much of an uncomfortable loss.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
When you're gambling on run up overhead at the clutch moment. Right, here we go, right back into it. I guess he thinks
let's see what he can do to change things up here.
He definitely needs to, right? Nice JD gets some meter on the end of that.
Woo! Anti-airs with that as well.
Yeah, you just got to hold back, man. You can't do anything.
And that sweep is 2 hits. You have to block down twice.
It's messed up, right?
Yeah.
Because he gets that super deep jump in, and then he can do a double hit low.
Yeah. And you know how many hits the jump is going to be either?
Yeah, right. You can't
stop
count.
locking up.
And then on top of that, it can be left or right in certain situations.
Oh my goodness. He has it all.
Like, look at that crap. Like, what do you How do I block that?
And he is abusing the jump heavy slash right now. He's realized that Zanfeld can't deal with it. He's all over it.
Yeah, Zanfeld totally uncomfortable. Wow. Okay.
All right, gets a guard break.
So interesting thing about that 5M from Yashimaru, it pushes him forward for the time being. Also lowers his hurt box. So it does make it kind of a neat anti-air option.
Yeah.
In the right range.
Oh man, this is looking really tough for Yashimaru right now.
Wow!
What?
Yeah, isn't that?
I mean, it's a calculated risk. He's got the health to deal with that. Even if he gets blocked, you know, he's not going to lose the round for it. So
yeah, but it looked like he delayed it so much to the point where, like, it looked like he got touched and still got the DP. I was like, that's crazy. When does the invulnerability start on that thing?
Oh man!
It starts from
so
neutral.
Kubo very swiftly moves into set point here. What does Zanfeld need to do to win this one?
Zanfeld needs to definitely not be in his face right now. He needs to play the air game, do something about those jump heavies for sure.
Definitely.
Should not be getting harassed this much by that.
He's giving up so much ground to the run attack. He's not really checking him with the medium, you know, the long-ranging medium to keep him fast.
Yeah.
He's letting Kubo just do everything he wants, basically.
Yeah, and Kubo hasn't even shown that he's willing to try to deflect anything.
Yep. And he can stop himself being cornered by using the air dash to clear some ground.
I would also like to see that if he can...
Nice.
Oh, no, he tried to go for the optimal stuff. I would just recommend
I think at this stage, just do heavy slash.
Down heavy, down heavy.
Crouching heavy slash.
And
just get the free damage.
And speaking of which, considering that Kubo has just been absolutely running in on him repeatedly, I would like to see him use down heavy to actually stop some of that. Because it has really good range.
Yep. And since he's using jump heavy slash so much, he has so many opportunities to parry to build that max mode where we know that Yashimaru is a much stronger character, right?
Right. All right. He's activating rage here, but he hasn't even utilized any of his moves right now, so
it's
not sure what he's expecting here. Okay.
What a scenario to be in.
Damage is buff.
Oh, okay. He has a knockdown. What's he going to do with it, though? And that's all he was waiting for. Kubo just wanted him to run in to try and get the guard break, and he intercepted.
The game plan was just way too simplistic for Zanfeld. I think he might want to study that character a little bit more because, yes, there are special moves are unsafe in this game, right? So if they get blocked, you're probably getting punished. The problem, though, is that if you never utilize them, you really don't unlock your character's personality traits at all. And Yashimaru is not someone who can just play with those buttons alone sometimes.
Right. But definitely shout-outs to Kubo for that great Yoshitora performance. I really liked his ground control with the running attack because it kind of made Zanfeld not be aware of when he was going to commit to the air with the jump heavy slashes. And he was able to abuse it 2, sometimes 3 times in a row. And just his way of mixing up when he was going to commit to the air, when he was going to stay on the ground was super difficult to deal with. And that was a really nice showcase of the variety that Yoshitora can deliver.
Yoshitora's capable of, right. And like a lot of people wonder where Yoshitora sits in the tier list. I mean, we talk about tier list, it's really early. It's only month 1.
I think he's in the top 5.
I think he's in I think he is definitely strong.
Just because he has a move like the 7th sword alone puts him up there.
Right.
Not to mention he's got a DP, he's got a command grab, he's got a really solid air game. I mean, he's got a parry from almost full screen.
Yeah.
He's got a fake parry, so he can like use a little bit of mind games in that. Although it does have pretty bad recovery. But you know, he has a lot going on for him that he can use. And we're not even seeing everything utilized in these Yoshitora
he didn't even try to kill. Like he can kill the zoning game.
Yeah.
You know.
So you know, I think there's a lot more to come from that character. So for me, right now, he's in the top 5.
Okay, I believe. I would actually agree with you on that.
All right, so we've got Shades on deck.
We got Shades on deck. And I know I should probably recognize this person. People are going to say this is a veteran or something, right?
On the one-player side, it's Sharon. He's coming all the way from Spain.
Wow, all
right. Yeah, they have a very passionate community out there in Spain. Shout-outs to Sharon coming all the way here to Las Vegas, Nevada to represent the Spanish style of the FGC at Evolution Championship Series. This is going to be good.
Happy to have him out here. We've been treated with I won't say a strange mix, but just like an incredibly diverse cast of players here.
It's a very unique melting pot here at the tournament.
Yeah, and I think the most important part is that a lot of these people I don't recognize at all.
Right.
And they could range from people who were Samurai Shodown vets in previous games to people who this might be their first FTC game.
Oh yeah, of course.
And they're like, this game is simple enough for me to jump into.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, that's it's one of the amazing things about Samurai Shodown that it's greatly accessible, right?
Yeah,
you can jump in having next to no fighting game experience and have a great time.
Yeah, I mean, people were asking me like, hey, so I want to get into this game, what do I got to do? And I just literally tell them, like, spend 2 minutes. What a character.
I mean, look at the character variety. You got small characters that have animals like Nakaru, but then you've got massive giants with chains like Earthquake. You know, you've just got such a large variety of characters. It's awesome.
And they're not so daunting to approach as you would assume they would be like in a game like this. They're not like, you're not splitting the atom trying to make Earthquake work for you.
Right, right, exactly. It's very simple, very easy to execute movesets, and yeah, it's super fun.
All right, we got a Charlotte already, or finally rather. I was expecting to see a lot more Charlottes.
Yeah, I know, that's true. That's one character I thought we'd see a lot more of.
And she's very simple, got great range. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but she can definitely keep people out. Genjiro will not be able to out-poke her, I believe. He's going to have to be a little...
definitely not from a distance, that's for sure.
A little ignorant.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We've got Ken-chan from Japan versus Sharon from Spain. All going for the cross-up heavy slash.
Yeah, look at that. That is so good.
And that was a nice parry into a DP there. Let's go, Sharon. I'm going to be a little bit biased for Europe here. Let's go, Sharon.
For sure, right? I mean, he's getting it done right now. He's playing that game right. Make him deal with that triangle.
Oh, the heavy slash. Ouch.
He threw that way too close, yeah.
Wow. The air-to-air got the height advantage there. But Ken-chan retaliates with the DP, and wow. Sharon with one of his own.
Yeah, Ken-chan showing that knowledge. Is he going to really try that?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no anti-air there. Lets Ken-chan back in momentarily. Okay. So Sharon looking for the closest. Look at that chip damage. Oh, but there's a DP. Ken-chan still alive. Oh my goodness. Dash in DP. What is going on?
That is some SNK strategy.
Oh no. Oh my God. What is happening? Ryan. Oh man, that was insane. Why did he let the rage explosion rip?
Oh my God. I think he might have won a spot dodge, honestly.
That was definitely a big mistake in the corner of Ken-chan now. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe that was a misinput.
Dude, like, that is definitely a stick thrower.
And it was, I mean, that was potentially an amazing comeback.
Yeah, for sure. Jump, clears the triangle.
Okay. Wow. DP's out of trouble. Trying to bait the DP there. See him backdashing on Ken-chan's wake up.
Oh, I couldn't jump over to Hanafuda.
Not quite.
There we go.
Couldn't get over the Hanoi card. Oh. Oh, wow. Lightning wings it is.
Oh, no DP there. Look how far that crosses up from. That's so crazy.
Gives her a great space if she wants it as well. Okay, dash into the death.
Oh, get him, baby.
Chooses to stay in front on those.
Yeah, great patience from Sharon here.
Ken-chan turning this second round around here. Ooh. Oh, okay.
No patience from Sharon, my bad.
And yep, back guard break into the weapon flip. And Sharon with a chance to steal this. Oh. Oh, no DP there.
Hey!
Oh, there it is. Ken-chan trying to chip away with the kicks. But he's in trouble now. He's in the corner.
Oh my God.
What a read.
That is...
oh my goodness.
That is great. Wow.
Gets away with it again and takes the round.
That's remarkably fast. With no rage available. Again, a character who might not need that to excel.
Wow.
Because it really only buffs her projectile for a couple hits.
I mean, he was never getting the weapon back.
Yeah, and her weapon flip technique is definitely not the fastest either.
No.
Ooh. All right, Ken-chan right now absolutely trying to harass Sharon.
This time he goes cross up and gets the damage.
I was going to say, he was kind of daring him to like do something big like that, and then Sharon gave it to him. He wasn't ready.
Goes with the heavy slash and another DP from Ken-chan. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Sharon right now kind of giving up. No reason for him to go in. And he can't get away from it.
Technique yet.
All right, lost the weapon again. Sharon in complete control here. Yikes! I think he might have thought I have to go for weapon catch or something here. Not really a reason to hit a button otherwise.
Sharon takes the first game here. Very stern look on his face. He is focused. There were a few interesting scenarios. I feel like they both were happy to just let the DPs fly, right?
Yeah.
Both of them. And there were a lot of opportunity. There was a lot of damage left on the table because of that.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have the more patience in a game like that, you've got the more opportunities to win.
For sure. I think we'll be seeing more of that in the months down the line where people start optimizing their punishes, using super dupers for, you know, these DP whiffs.
Yeah.
We saw Sharon try to punish the whiff Charlotte DP and ended up catching her after recovery.
Yeah.
And even I was surprised, like, whoa, I didn't think it recovered that
Yeah, I
quickly.
know. It's very...
And that was the heavy version.
It's very visually deceiving, a lot of the stuff. All right, so let's see if Sharon can get it done here or if Ken-chan is going to make a comeback.
Kenshan definitely. Oh, he switched the characters. He went to Yoshitoda.
Oh,
okay.
Yoshitoda now.
Yeah.
Okay. No more power graduation.
Yeah, Japan really likes Yoshitoda, man.
He's sick, man. I really like this character as well.
Only thing he doesn't have is a. Well, I was gonna say, only thing he doesn't have is a projectile.
Yeah, I know, right? And Genjiro's letting him know.
Yep. What you gonna do without those other 6 swords?
Okay. Just feeling each other out here in the early goings of the round. What?
Yeah, I want to see Kenshan get a little aggressive here. If he sees Sharon jumping in like that, especially if he's got
And
back
the
in the corner.
DP, he is keeping him under control here.
There we go.
Kenshan retaliates with a DP of his own.
Yeah, now the DP doesn't go very high.
And it doesn't have that good
visibly.
range either.
It doesn't, but it actually catches, it anti-airs surprisingly well.
Oh, yeah.
Wow!
Oh,
didn't know.
my
I guess he didn't think he had to block the whole thing. That was interesting. Wow.
Oh, what? And he's going to spend it. He does not want to lose the first round here.
You know what? That's fine. Genjiro not really dependent upon range.
Yeah.
His best moves come from outside of range. The weapon flip.
Oh, and that's definitely going to be
Why? Why?
Yeah, I think that was a misinput because if the person attacks you as you try to dash in or press a button, it can cancel your input. And if you thought you were going to dash in and press guard break, just guard break will come out on the spot.
Oh,
your
wow.
dash will get cancelled because you got slashed out of it, and that's probably what happened there.
That's rough. Okay, recognizing that wasn't low enough to get a follow up, just backs off. I gotta believe Kenshan's just a little shook.
Potentially on tilt right now. There's a good combo that can help you out.
Yeah, this is the cool thing about this right now. If you're actually a little bit on tilt, you land it, you get all the breathing time in the world to think about what you're gonna do next.
So we have a reset for you. Mental reset.
Whoa!
Oh, no, he's going for the DP. Eats a fat combo.
Yeah. There we go. Is he gonna catch?
Flip.
No, nice ball.
Lucky.
Kenshan kind of disrespecting Sharon right here, or maybe he's
He wants damage. He needs something big here. He's in trouble right now. He's in the corner, trying to deal with cards being thrown at him.
He's definitely getting too invested.
Okay, he's out of the corner. Back in though. He's got a combo.
Oh no!
Oh, he didn't believe. He didn't want to commit to the rest in case Sharon DP'd.
Wow.
The bait.
And Sharon is giving him some opportunities right now to win.
Yes, and finally Kenshan able to get around here in this game.
You gotta believe Sharon did not want this to go to the 3rd round. No rage available. If he could get harassed to death here.
Doesn't want this one to tie up 1-1. Oh.
So deserved now.
That looked like it was a cross-up.
It might as well be.
It might as well be.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Signs of life here from Kenshan.
And Kenshan right now looking for his first match. Get on the board.
There's a trusty DP, Sharon, always ready to anti-air. Oh, nice block. Well, nice parry on the overhead.
Doesn't go for the Tsubaki fall like that, huh?
Okay, DP into DP again. Genjiro special.
Woo!
Oh, that hit really high. Didn't even get the rest of the hits.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think he could have punished it.
Oh, man.
All right, one for the low.
Oh, wow, and there's the DP. And Sharon looking like he's in a bit of trouble now. Kenshan.
So the interesting thing about that, I think he thinks he has to turn around after blocking the first one.
Sharon has no rage mode.
Doesn't need it.
Kenshan does have rage explosion. He's probably going to use it. Yes, there it is. He wants this game. Oh, the death axe! He just did it.
So interesting thing about that.
And he's taking a small life lead here. But Kenshan's still threatening with the lightning blade. But is he going to get it? Oh, he dashed in. And Sharon was sure. He was 100% sure that a guard break was coming. And he tried to press a button and got caught by the running slash. Great read there from Kenshan.
Interesting thing here, though, was that Kenshan had that life lead, had the distance between him and Genjiro, and still went for the rage activation, stopping the clock and giving Sharon that opportunity.
He was afraid if he didn't take advantage of the lightning blade opportunity, he wasn't going to get another one once it ran out.
There it goes.
So that's why. Great stuff. He's tied it up here. Very clutch read there to save himself in the set. And now it's one apiece.
Right, Kenshan. Oh, get on that,
goodness.
baby.
DP from downtown. No dice on it. And another one. Some serious input errors here on the side of Sharon here. I don't think he wants to do that.
I think he might have wanted cross-ups Rekka, but...
Yeah, definitely not what he wanted here. And he's losing the first round now. Everything is working out for Kenshan all of a sudden.
Yeah, you saw that jump heavy actually eat the startup frames of DP.
And he's going to want a weapon flip, but he doesn't even have the rage mode anymore. Oh, this is not looking good for Sharon all of a sudden. Can Sharon pull it back here? He still has help.
I mean, if anyone can make a comeback in this situation, it's definitely Kenshan.
Oh my goodness, Kenshan. So unpredictable. And there's a universal overhead. And another one. And Kenshan, for the first time, is ahead in the set as he moves into match point.
I just turned on the thrusters, man.
Oh my
time
goodness.
to go to work.
Went into 6th gear here.
Time to go to work.
Put Sharon on the back foot.
Ooh. And that was interesting. The follow-up after jumping actually was too far away.
Yep.
That's actually a pretty common problem in this game where you get the jumping at the right height, but the distance will kill you.
Can Sharon pull this one back?
Whoa!
Oh, there's a DP. It's blocked.
Yeah.
Rage explosion.
That was going to be rough.
Yep, there's a guard break into the weapon flip. Okay.
And Kensan saying, yeah, I'll take that.
Can Sharon make this comeback? Spain is watching.
Oh.
Oh, and he's letting him get his weapon back now. Oh, this is a guard break. I'm not sure if that was deliberate. What? DP blocked.
I think he believes in that a little too. There we go.
Bit of a scramble now, but there's a DP. Looking to tie this round up now. Oh, yep, and that is it. We are going to the final game here. Ken-chan or Sharon, who's it going to be?
I think Ken-chan's on the verge of cracking right there. That was a terrible jump, and depending on the jump heavy a little too much. Ken-chan
potentially on tilt here. We're going to find out what's going to happen. Oh, nice. Meets him with the air-to-air heavy slash.
Sharon's seen it too many times.
And Ken-chan on the offense.
Wow, miscounted, man. You gotta just keep blocking.
Again, Sharon now with a very, very small life lead here. Oh no! Jumps out to grab. And Ken-chan now gets a combo, and there's another one. And Ken-chan has got Sharon in the corner. Sharon in trouble as he moves into the red bar.
Ken-chan absolutely.
He has no rage mode.
What a jump back.
He gets a guard break. And now he's put Ken-chan in the corner. What's it going to be?
But remember, Ken-chan still has extra range, so he's not entirely dead yet. He still has an escape option.
Oh no!
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
And he can't get out of this. He has to take this weapon flip, and that is going to be a Ken-chan 2-1 victory. Smiling there. What a comeback from that gentleman. Great stuff there. Unlucky to Sharon. He played so well all the way through, but at the end, it just fell apart. The DPs got blocked and punished. He wasn't getting the same mileage off of the throws like before, and everything fell apart once he spent the rage explosion.
I think he started putting so much more energy in countering some of the things that Ken-chan was getting so comfortable using, like the jump heavies, that he forgot he probably shouldn't just do CDP standing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you have light version for a reason.
Yeah, and then there was that middle round where he potentially missed a few death hack attempts with the DPs, and those things are mentally tilting in a set like that.
You're right. You might end up abandoning those altogether, and I don't necessarily blame you, but at the same time, that's one of his best tools.
Yeah.
You can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Oh, unfortunate, man. It was going so well for him as well early on.
Well, I mean, I think that was winners, so he might have another shot.
He'll be back in losers.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so, Samurai Shodown, I mean, it's a crazy game.
Yes, entirely.
Literally, like, anything can happen. It doesn't matter what kind of life lead you have. It doesn't matter how badly you're losing. You can still come back. I mean, the resources that the game offers you with the rage mode, with the lightning blade, rage explosion, which also creates another kind of meta where they're kind of tentatively not wanting to press any buttons because they don't want to give you that for free.
Right. A lot of interesting things that happen when people pop the rage mode, because how you respond to the opponent doing that actually determines the kind of player you are, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of psychological warfare that happens when the rage explosion happens, or when they don't have max mode. You know, the fact that when you know that they haven't got a weapon, you can do bigger risks because they can't punish you heavily. So much that changes.
I believe it was Chocoblanco who said this game will reveal your humanity to the world, basically. You know, like, what kind of person are you? Are you willing to do what it takes to protect what you love?
Right.
And speaking of protecting what you love,
Uncle Vaya,
this man, Uncle Vaya, loves the FGC, and he is back.
The legend.
Trying out, not even trying out, he is going in on Sam's show.
Yoshitora, right?
Yashimaru, that's my
Yashimaru.
senpai. That's the Tengu Squad senpai right now. He is helping to write the book on that character. A lot of the way people play that character right now are based on what he's been doing at Wednesday Night Fights in Southern California.
I've never actually seen him play this, so I'm really interested to see what he brings to the table.
Oh, he is something else.
Okay.
And his opponent, not too familiar with him.
Uncle Vaya on deck.
Uncle Vaya on deck, one of the favorites to go the distance in this tournament.
I'm interested to see what we're going to have go down here.
This is literally the I still got it game, man.
Hey, you got to strut your stuff, man. You got to show that, you know what I'm saying? You can't let these ankle biters come up out of nowhere.
You can't.
Take you down.
Let's face it, Ryan. Like, we're definitely getting up there in age. We have to think about the next generation.
Oh, yeah,
around.
for sure.
But there's got to be a gap to bridge. We got to bridge the gap somehow.
Hey, I'm just here now to give back to the community. That's what it's about, you know? All right, so Plasma Blade now. We've got Galford. Via going with Galford, playing a zoning game, keeping Zomner at the back of the screen, but Zomner retaliates with the skulls. Tries to run in, but eats the Plasma Blade as he tries to.
Yeah, Plasma Blade is something that from that distance, very useful. Does not want to throw it any closer than that.
Sends in Poppy, the overhead attack. Okay, nice backdash cancels there. And he is doing some solid zoning now with Poppy. 2v1 action, got the tag team going on.
Oh, bad read.
Yeah, going for the weapon flip. Oh, that's guaranteed. Tam Tam with the pop off. He gets way too overexcited over small things.
Yeah, that is like the most unfortunate block animation I've ever seen in my life, man.
He just likes popping off. That's his personality. He's the party guy. He brings the beers. Like that's Tam Tam. You know, that's what he's like.
It was like Tam Tam. You fight too much, man. You gotta chill out.
He brings that Mayan brand of beer. You don't know.
Definitely pulling the Woshige, as it were. Why are you standing up for?
All right, so yeah. Tam Tam getting aerial now, trying to avoid those Plasma Blades, and Poppy as well. And Galford known for his weak anti-airs.
Weak anti-airs, but at the same time, one of the few characters, actually one of the 2 characters in this game that can punish you for hitting him.
Indeed. He does have the counter replica attack. The best anti-air that I've discovered, I was in training mode, and one great anti-air with Galford is when you see them jump at you, you do backdash Plasma Blade, and it catches every jump. It's so useful.
And he can cancel the backdash with Plasma Blade, so.
Yeah, as soon as you see them jump, then you backdash into Plasma Blade, cancel it. And it gets a knockdown and you get a mix-up. It's really good.
That's dirty. That's what this game's about, honestly. It's simplicity and dirtiness.
And dirt. Okay. Tam Tam. Try to get a read on the Plasma Blade. Oh, too smart. Dashes in for a guard break, but it didn't work.
So the interesting thing about that is, like, people go for that run-up grab or run-up guard break, I just put it, because they don't think their normals are going to catch.
Yeah,
and that guard break comes out really fast when it touches.
Great stuff there from Uncle Valle, Mr. Cali Power, looking really solid.
Very convincing there.
And Sumner thinking of what he needs to do here. I liked him getting airborne. That was interesting. Because Galford, like we said, doesn't have the greatest of anti-airs, and Plasma Blade has amazing recovery. Like amazingly long recovery. You can jump in on that. You know?
But there is a finite amount of times he can use it. If he gets back to the corner, that might be the last time he gets the anti-air until he actually gambles on the log trap.
Okay.
Ooh, going for that cute stuff. Hey, strike heads.
Strike heads.
Oh, wow!
When he sent out Poppy,
Sumner may not be aware of that.
Sumner could have got a guaranteed guard break there.
Yeah.
He just wasn't ready. It's one of those things, hard to be ready for everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's a guard break. There you go. Yeah, and
there
there's a attack.
Yep. That's one of those situations
where that's one of those
things where it's like, man, you'd think that would be more punishable on a whiff, but it's just
not, right?
Oh, no! Booga booga.
And he gets him with the SSM out of nowhere from downtown, and that is going to close the round here. What a comeback.
Straight up Crash Bandicooted him.
What a comeback. That was the most clutch read. He needed that. That was the only way he was going to win this round.
Sumner can pat himself on the back. Even though he's not going to have access to the Super Duper anymore, the momentum is on his side now, I got to say. But Cali Power, now he's not willing to let him do it. He's going to bust out of that.
He wants the round here.
Oh, he definitely had an Easton attempt there.
What a read. Wow. What a read. Gets it early.
Not max damage because that meter was almost out, but still.
Okay, and now he's jumping. Yep, those are the jumps we talked about. You need to jump in on Galford. Show him that you're not going to just let yourself eat Plasma Blades for the whole round.
Exactly, and Plasma Blade has a lot of recovery on it, so if he whiffs, he's in trouble.
And Poppy has startup. Plasma Blade has bad recovery, and Poppy has bad startup.
Yes.
You can run in when he starts Poppy. When you see that hand come out, you can run in and pressure. Or run in and block closer so he doesn't get the same mix-up.
And now we saw him use the replacement technique on the hit, but if he keeps on going for that, he's gonna lose. Okay.
Running slash there.
That's big. That's big.
Ooh. And Poppy, wow! He got him. Get angry. Okay.
He can't sit back and block that the whole time. He's going to get tipped out.
He has to do something. Oh! What? That might be it. Yeah, the chip damage. There wasn't a lot he could do about that. He could have maybe guessed for a backdash to try and guess which way it was going to come. But, or maybe run out of it. Just run forward to get out of the space.
I was wondering what he was doing with the foot spin.
I think that was an accident. I think that was a complete accident.
It had to be.
Yeah.
I neither one of these guys with their rage anymore.
Oh, man. This is
and that's big for Galford in a way, because if he gets grabbed, he's not going to be able to do button
neither
flip.
of them have max mode anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have that rage mode anymore.
That's going to... For Galford, that's such a good tool, but he doesn't really need it to play the neutral game.
Yeah.
That's more of a bonus for getting a guard break.
The rage bar is gone. Ooh,
Nice.
Another air to air for
right.
Kali power.
Oh,
Okay.
I like it. Going for the just defense.
Yeah.
Guard cancel. Hey.
Oh man.
All right, Somner in a lot of trouble here.
Mura mura.
Yeah, I know, man. I like how he's been committing to like the ground routine.
Oh man. This is looking tough for Tam Tam, and that is going to be it. He's going to get chipped out here.
I don't see it. I don't see him.
Not a lot left. Yeah. All over. Kali power just too strong. Galford, the setups, the conditioning, the zoning, just too good.
And we talk
he
about
moves forward.
Tears, and that's probably the character that when I heard Japan was putting him tippity top, I was legit surprised. I was like, okay, what are you guys seeing that we're not seeing
In Galford?
In Galford,
right.
And it took a couple weeks, and people started, running some of the Galford gimmicks and running the grime, and I see it now. I'm like, dude, this guy actually gets to play all angles of the field.
The thing is about Galford is he's 100% going to get to play his game.
Yeah.
There's nothing you're going to do to shut him down from the word go.
Like even after weapon flip, he gets access to everything still.
Yeah, you don't know what he's going to start with. I mean, he's got so many moves. Nothing beats everything, right?
Yeah.
And he has a really good arsenal of option selects as well.
Yeah.
So mixing all those up, yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with, man.
But is he stronger than Ginjiro?
It's a good question. I mean, I think we're still fleshing out the meta of those matchups. We don't know everything right now, but I think it's one to watch out for in the future.
Definitely, yeah. A lot of people would like to think that character like the other ninja Hanzo would be able to benefit from the same techniques and tools that Galford has.
Right.
But he can't. His are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Him strong in his own right. I kind of hope we get to see one later on because I know a couple people have been grinding him out, and he can surprise you.
Yeah, I think Hanzo's a character we're going to see more of as the time progresses.
Yeah.
It's early days. Galford's kind of people's go-to character in the early times.
Yeah, that's a strong character to go
Hanzo
to.
will come out for. I mean, he has so many similar tools to Galford, obviously. So when the Galford tech gets a bit stale, perhaps people might drift over to Hanzo just for some variety, and then we might see some interesting tech come out of that.
Or if we get a rebalance.
Yeah,
that
exactly. Characters will get more attractive with buffs and nerfs and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
All right. Well, I think we got somebody else coming up, possibly. Hopefully.
Well, before that, I asked Aru yesterday. So I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Okay, let's go.
Right now, like I said, early days. Who is in your top 5?
My top 5 player or top 5 character?
Top 5 characters.
Top 5
Samurai
characters.
Shodown
So
right now.
Ginjiro. I'm gonna do it in order too.
Okay.
You
got the order? Okay.
Ginjiro. I'm gonna say Galford.
Okay.
And then Haomaru.
Okay.
A lot of people put Haomaru after Ginjiro.
You put Haomaru after Galford?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put Haomaru after Galford because I think Haomaru might suffer from matchup difficulties more so than Galford does. And Ginjiro's just like, whatever, what the hell's a matchup?
Very true.
And then I'm going to go Charlotte. Charlotte in 4th. And the 5th is one that constantly changes for me.
That's a tricky one, right?
That's the hardest one
so
because...
many characters that are up there.
Are we talking like, high mid or low top, basically?
There's a lot of candidates, man. There's a lot of candidates. I mean, Yoshitora's up there.
Yoshitora's up there. Tam. We got...
who else?
That's pretty much it right now. That's getting really
I think so.
out.
Yeah. It's probably those 6 then. Really, right?
So I would probably go with Yoshitora in this case. Okay. I think that in terms of ease of usage and rewards for big risk, he's just beyond the moon.
Yeah. So I think my top 5 was exactly the same as yours. I don't know about the order. Obviously Genjiro at the top, but then for the remaining 4, I would switch out Charlotte and put Tam Tam.
Okay.
Yeah, just for ease of use and just for how annoying the zoning is. I think that in a tournament environment is a really efficient way to play the game. But yeah, Charlotte is savage as well. I mean,
incredible.
It's hard to say that she's not top 5 as well. So it's just a difficult one.
It's just one of those things where it feels like it switches every day, depending on how badly someone had to run online or something.
If there's a rebalance, I would like at some point to see someone like Wu Lishang get stronger.
Yeah, that's something
very interesting character.
Kyoshido also. There's some characters that I don't think need to be touched at all, though. So I'm excited to see if SNK is willing to do it, who they go with first.
All right, I hope you're enjoying the action here at Evolution Championship Series. We're going to be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Shodown stream here at Evolution Championship Series live from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Samurai Shodown. My name is Reinhardt. I'm here with Hell Pockets. And it's quite an epic tournament. I mean, these guys want to win. These guys want the money. And if there wasn't enough incentive, SNK have added a $30,000 pot bonus to the tournament.
Amazing generosity from the SNK development company.
Yeah.
They have I gotta say, been the biggest improved company in the FGC or related to the FGC that I think we've ever seen. They started out being, the historic company they always were, making these really great games, but they never really went in on the competitive side of things for a very long time. Even with KOF 13, they didn't really touch upon what we were building here.
I think KOF 13, with that release, they wanted to get more involved. They started to do like mini tours and stuff like that. They had like promotional stuff on release. But yeah, it was a bit small, wasn't it?
Right.
As
far as their efforts go. And then 14 happened, and they were like, okay, let's see what happens when we try some of the current popular models out with how other companies interact with the community and whatnot. And they've gone from that to probably the best communicators I've ever seen in in retrospect, in comparison to where they were. They're probably the best communicators I've ever seen coming from where they came from. I mean, they follow the social media, they interact with the fans. I keep bringing it up, the input delay issue. Yeah. The fact that was basically solved before anyone could really even catch wind of it. Right. Like, amazing stuff.
Yeah. Now, shouts to SNK, definitely been in the game for a long time. Solid company, bringing amazing products to the table for us to have fun with. And there's RB from Taiwan doing a button check right now. RB, of course, a very proficient Street Fighter player, well known for his skills on Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5. I believe he's still in the tournament here at EVO, but he's going to test his skills here on Samurai Shodown, a new endeavor for him. I'm interested to see how he adapts, because he's on Street Fighter, he's known as the type of player who's very good at picking up new characters. Okay. He's a very talented, he learns fast, he's a very talented player, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can deliver here.
Well, it's probably going to go super fast for him, because these characters, like we mentioned before, are not the most deep well of knowledge in fighting games.
I mean,
there's definitely a lot of special moves and stuff like that, but the way you play it, the game is so simplistic, you can definitely learn like pretty much the entire cast, I would say, in a week.
Yeah.
At a competent level, because
you can know all the stuff, like and
the reason why that is important is that it begins to highlight the actual player skill way earlier than it does in a lot of other fighting games. People start coming up with their own styles, their own philosophies for how these characters are played, and because if it works for them, then damn it, they're going to keep doing it.
For sure. Why not, right?
Yeah.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Wow.
Oh, the range on that.
Yeah, no, I'm like I know it's just a button check, but what?
I mean, we're learning some tech here. I didn't know you could do it like that.
Yeah, so that's the problem with Tam Tam. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Tam Tam, great range, but that hurt box comes with it.
Right.
Hurt box is extended with it.
All right, so buttons have been checked. Everything is good to go. And we are about to get this show on the road. Kibagami Genjiro looks like the character of choice for RB, and he's going to be facing Tam Tam here.
I gotta say, for a guy who's loved Genjiro since Samurai Shodown 2 and as a kid, I am so happy that everybody else has fallen in love with this character. I mean, even if he's top tier, I'm like, whatever. But they actually like him as a character, and they're like learning things about him that I've known for a very long time. Yeah. I'm super hyped to share that kind of fandom with everybody.
Yeah. All right, game one, about to get underway here.
So what is Vader P?
Vader P.
Going to do about this Genjiro?
Nice air to air there. Open things up. And catches him dashing in.
Wow. Okay. RB getting a little getting clipped here.
Yeah, relatively aggressive start here from Vader. Ooh, dashed him for the overhead.
And that floaty jump definitely is DP bait as well. Yeah. He's got to be careful with that.
I mean, the jump back is, unless you've got a long range move, it's hard to punish. Because you have to run in deep for that.
For sure. But if you're Genjiro, you have all the time in the world to handle that. Yeah. Nice blocks. Whoa, went for the spot dodge.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Into the guardrail. We've got setups here.
Yo.
RB.
Whoa,
this is
clean.
Nasty here.
Because what are you going to do, jump?
And he's doing this all the time.
You're going to backdash?
Oh, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, he had to do that.
He spent the rage explosion straight away.
I think into the weapon flip. And RB knew he was going to do that. Oh, wow, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off.
That's actually good, yeah. Oh, no, he's putting him right by the weapon.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Doesn't want to pick it up.
That's what he's telling him right now, yeah.
It's risky to pick it up. He's aware of it.
Yeah, Vader P actually.
Vader P is looking for the opening. He's got the knockdown, and there's the sword. He's got the sword back.
Oh, nice
block on the overhead. Yes. brilliant there with the instant overhead. That was a great round for Vader P.
And that's one of those situations where normally people say don't use your rage explosion in the first round because you need that obviously to save yourself later on. But Vader PE absolutely believed in his game plan, and RB was not ready for it even after he got the reset. So
that was a very interesting corner gel strategy from RB with that.
Yeah, and he was good.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
No,
this is disgusting.
I gotta say,
into the Zen Blade, and then backdashes into the overhead and forces Vader into the corner. He's taking pressure now. What? What?
Bro. Oh, get him.
He just doesn't care.
A long way to go for Vader P right now, but at the same time, he's got the momentum in the server. He's out of the corner.
And Vader P trying to pressure him out now and create some space.
Yeah, cannot allow RB to reset up top.
Now he's back in. Oh, and it's all over. The death hack just too strong, too much damage. This matchup.
I gotta say, man, like I'm not seeing a lot of ways out of those card grab setups.
The corner game is ridiculous. I mean, you can go for a hard read dodge.
Yeah.
You know, because if he's going to go for the guard break and push you back into the card, you can dodge that and get a punch.
You might have to block the card, though.
You might. That's the thing. It's something that we need to test out. It's a trial and error scenario. All right, another death hack goes for the cross up this time. Vader unable to block it. Ooh, wow.
Why not?
That is, I mean, literally, that's probably the most common used tactic that we've seen from Genjiro. The light DP into a fierce DP.
It's one of those like old like FG fundamentals instincts where you see the DP whip, you want to punish it. But I think people just have to get used to not doing that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a while before everyone can accurately punish that every time.
Yeah.
And RB just looking so good that game. I mean, Vader didn't necessarily play bad.
No, he didn't. He played that very well. The adjustments were there.
Yeah, I mean, man.
He made RB give up on what was really strong in the corner.
That was tough to. That's going to be tough to swallow for Vader here.
I'm sure. Might hold on to that rage a little bit longer.
Okay. Got a bit of a range advantage here.
You better be careful stinging out those lights. He might get up.
Yeah, RB's onto it. He was going for the parry already.
Yeah.
Dashes in with the medium slash. Oh yeah, and that's a good trade for Vader. He likes that trade. Oh, and yes. I was going to say jumping back. Uh-oh. There was a bit of meter there.
Yeah.
Actually doesn't do anything.
Oh, did not block the second.
Oh no, he's eating a death hack. He's put himself in the corner, almost there. What? I can't believe this.
This is crazy, man.
Because the card, yeah, he knows. He knows that the projectile will come down on Tamtam's head. It's basically a safe DP opportunity.
The interesting thing, though, was that he actually used the hit stun from the card to get another swing in.
Yeah. I think in that exchange, the projectile didn't hit quite the way RB had planned it to.
Yeah. It's almost like a...
They are baiting each other out here. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Probably thought that was going to be a guard break, but it wasn't. It was a jump back heavy slash. He gets the knockdown with the running knee. Okay, reading everything correctly right now. He's not giving Tamtam any space to breathe. Oh, that could have been expensive.
Yeah,
what was that? DP trade? Nice block on the overhead, and again the cross-up death hack clips him.
No way.
Okay, and I think that was a punish on that.
Yeah,
on
definitely.
Oh, and that is a great read.
Invulnerable on the way up.
Looking really good for this round. The sword is near Tamtam.
Oh, he dodged it.
One more hit for Tamtam. It's not looking good for Genjiro. He's going to need something here, but what does he have left? Oh,
yeah, the chip death. Unarmed.
Death, yep. Guard damage is a thing when you don't have a weapon. And, yep, he ties it up Vader. 1-1 here. I mean, in that first game, RB showed a lot of his tech with that corner trap, and this time he wasn't able to get that scenario again. And in the middle of the screen, Tamtam can fight back really well. You know, it wasn't a thing of... And also, I think Vader's just become more accustomed to the way that RB likes to throw out these lightning wings all the time. He's just DP friendly, you know, he'll just go out all the time. There's another death hack, which seems to be RB's best move here. He's getting great mileage off the retro.
And at the same time, it's not making Vader P that uncomfortable because
I mean,
as you see,
that's not even a bad trade for Vader P.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is disgusting. Look at that. Off of the overhead, that is nasty.
Oh, no,
he just went all in. He just committed to that. I can't believe Vader didn't punish that heavier.
I think he was expecting
okay. Oh no, and he's lost the rage explosion before the final round.
Was he trying to Eason or something?
I can't believe that. That is really unfortunate for Vader.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. he at least got around the last time he used that early on, but now he has to play this without
he's
a weapon from
literally
opportunity.
just playing footsies the whole game.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
No, yeah, it's over. There's no coming back from this now.
Again, I'm not seeing anything necessarily wrong with Vader P's approach, other than obviously the range was not working out. But
Vader's got a lot of work to do if he wants to win this one.
Yeah. RB's just strong right now.
He's throwing out the DPs now. And what's he really going to punish with, right?
Nothing, just slide.
RB's aware of it. He's like, what's he going to punish me with? I'm just going to throw these DPs out.
Yep.
Now, he manages to get the sword back, but it might be a little bit too late here. He has so much life and no rage mode.
If he reads the projectile and goes for Super Duper, it could pay off for him, but I don't think
very
RB's
good
going to give
point.
it to him.
He's not going to do it at that range though.
Yeah, RB's not going to give it to him.
If we see a SSM here, I'm gonna cry.
Well,
that is going to be ridiculous. Oh, he could have done it there. Oh my goodness, he's giving him chances.
Ryan, what is wrong with your boy?
What's going on?
What's wrong with your boy, man?
He's committing. he's potentially committing suicide. I don't think he's aware that he could actually lose from this.
Oh, he could die.
Okay, Vader's not giving up yet. Vader now trying to stay in this. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, you're getting it. Yeah. Oh no, he didn't commit.
He's got some life left though. Are we going to see an SSM? Oh, it could have been there.
Oh my God,
that could have been it right there. Hell pocket.
Vader is not ready. Oh my God,
he's bringing it back.
All right. Oh no, he didn't believe it.
He needs to do it. He needs to do this.
No! Oh! Big punish!
Oh my gosh! I can't believe what we're seeing here. Vader now with a chance to win this game.
No, he jumped back into the bounce.
That was so unfortunate. Oh my goodness me. RB, by the skin of his teeth, has managed to clutch that round. That was looking like it was going to be the most insane comeback that we've seen so far today. Wow, he's going to be happy that that one's over. That's
you want
to
talk about psychological play? RB was absolutely daring him to Super Duper.
But the thing is, at that point, I mean, you know, Hell Pockets, guys in the chat. I mean, you gotta believe if you're Vader in that scenario, you gotta be looking for the SSM, right?
Like, what else you got to live for, right? You got nothing to lose.
That's all you have left.
Yeah.
He had no max mode. I mean, at one point he didn't even have a weapon. He was lucky to get the weapon back and still live.
Seriously, man.
Oh man, that was really unfortunate. That would have been so hype if Vader could have got the SSM and clutched that around. I would have been popping up. But unfortunate. Shoutouts to RB. Some really interesting tech there from Genjuro. You know, we've seen it before, but it's always nice to see different styles of it and slight small variations in scenarios. So yeah, great stuff to RB.
Now the cool thing about that is, like, a lot of people have been showing the tech, like you mentioned, on Twitter, on social media and whatnot. But the thing about Samurai Shodown is, like, not everything is airtight like that. It all depends on how your opponent reacts in certain situations, especially the wake-up Oki options. So I think that's one of the stronger versions of that we saw, because when you get somebody standing, the amount of options they have to escape are drastically limited.
So much you can do. So much you can do.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say that's why I always opt for non-knockdown moves if you can avoid it. If they do damage, great, but if they keep them standing, that's even better, because then they have to gamble on backdash, jump, or dodge. Right.
I'm interested to see if the dodge function could be utilized in some of these scenarios. Characters that have reversals, when they could do them, you know, because if you get the reversal DP, if you knock Genjuro down, even if the card hits you on your way down, he's gone now. There's no follow-up after that.
Right.
And you've created potentially a little bit of space for yourself.
Right. You took some damage for it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I get to move around right now, and I get to be a little more comfortable.
And that's also deterring for him to go for the mix-up the next time. He might think, I'm going to bait this DP, but then he's lost the mix-up.
Right.
And that's really good. Man. So yeah, interesting stuff.
Very interesting match right there. A lot to learn. And probably going to be a lot to learn here. Diando, a well-known, I'll say, academic of the game.
Indeed.
Might have some funny stuff. We saw. I first saw him playing this game at least this particular game at Combo Breaker during the demo tournament.
Yes.
Had a really nasty run with Earthquakes, jump heavy.
Okay.
So I expect to see some abusive play here.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah. So we've got a button check here, so we're not sure if these are actual characters we're going to be seeing.
If he's got a knack, I'm not scared. A lot of people have been up and down with knack.
Right,
some people say she's not that great. Some people say she's being slept on. I think both, could potentially be right. But Chris G playing knack, definitely opening some eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I would like to see more of her and see her development. She has some unique properties.
Right.
Ability to combo off of her light slash, which not a lot of people have.
Right.
Has the weapon flip technique trade to SSM, which is definitely unique to her.
She has some great tools. I mean, one of her things is, she's not quite the most heavy damage output character, and that's, something that she may potentially suffer from. But Pure going to maybe try and show something different here versus Ukyo.
Or is it Pude? Obviously aware of what he's doing with this Nakaruru.
Uh-oh. Eats a jumping slash, though. Oh, runs into the slide. And that was it looked like a late punish, actually, on that. Okay. Going for the swallow swipe. Swallow swipe got blocked. And Nakaruru now trying to keep him in the corner, but he's eating the guard break, and there's a swallow swipe. Probably could have done the heavy one.
I think so, yeah.
Corner, yeah.
He's at the back.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, no.
Gaishi, yep, gets punished.
Yeah, you can't just, it fixes a lot of situations, but not from that distance.
Oh. And Pude on the board now, first round, and there's...
Very patient play with Nakaruru. Yeah. A lot of Nakarurus like to get in there and utilize the fact that she has short range, but at really dangerous up close. But he was playing that nice mid-range game.
Yeah, I was going to say that he doesn't want to be too far away, but he also doesn't want to be right up close either.
Yeah, because he's got that bird. Now, that bird is actually a problem.
Yeah.
Because even if you stuff her, it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, easy there. Okay. Daring him to come out.
Let's go, Mama Haha.
Pude it to daring Diano to come forward.
Guard break. Yes.
Trying to bait out that Tsubame.
Ooh, air to air. And Pude looking really comfortable against Ukyo right now.
All right, there we see that 3K. It's extremely powerful. And speaking of powerful, he went for the rage
explosion. Looking for the instant, and you see, he tried to dodge there. He thought that potentially a dash guard break was coming in. Tried to dodge. Great read, but it wasn't what happened. But in any case, gets the running slash and takes the first game very confidently.
Yeah, Pude not really leaving Diano. Diano might have gotten an impression for how he plays, but I don't know if he has anything. I guess the word would be. Man, I'm trying to think of a proper word. I don't think he has anything that's like the crux of Pude's play style yet.
Right. He hasn't worked out what Pude's tendencies are and formulated a game plan against
and that's like probably the worst kind of match you can have, where you come away from it not really knowing your opponent.
I mean, the thing is, in the 2 hours you don't have a lot of time to adapt. So it's one of those things where it's something that you just have to learn. You take it to the experience bank. Maybe watch the VODs later on and kind of work out what you could have done and learn from that.
At the same time, this is Samurai Shodown, and things can slow down considerably, giving you a time to analyze and adjust.
Yeah.
But Pude is playing this super fast-paced game.
Okay, running slide.
And we see Dino trying to pump that 3K, which pretty much anti-airs everything.
Gets the attack off Mama Haha.
Uh-oh. Wow! Ooh, just a little bit outside.
There's the guard break. Into the medium slash swallow swipe. Got him in the corner. Pude really patient. Didn't move at all there.
Yeah, some people get greedy and try to punish that.
Yeah. Oh, catches him in the air. And slides to take away some of that space.
Is that just going under it?
Yeah, he got punished heavily there. The thing is with Ukyo is some of his best moves are really punishable.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know when you should commit, and what a great time. What a super perfectly timed run in for the throw there.
And you saw that he might have had time to hit a button there, but instead he was like, let me just hedge my bet and go for the guard break.
Sometimes if you don't know how much recovery something has, but you know you're plus, dash into the throw.
Yeah,
and get your guaranteed.
The throw is definitely like the default punish.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
He tried it. Oh no, SSM!
Oh man.
And
I love that SSM as well.
Yeah, Ukyo, one of the characters with one of the rush SSM, so he was at the perfect distance. Oh my god, he got him.
What? Oh, rage explosion. Okay.
He did not want to take his weapon
flip.
Yeah, Ukyo absolutely needs a sword.
Oh, he could have hit the jump back there.
Oh, all right.
But Gaishi, it's not going to matter if that continues.
Got the rage version that does a lot of damage. Oh, with a reflect. Okay. Yo.
Okay, getting a bit more aggressive now. I like this. From Diando.
Important to note here that Ukyo not necessarily in need of rage.
There's a slide. Looking good this round. It's Diando. He needs one more hit to take the round. One more hit to get his first round here in the set. Throwing out apples.
The apples. All right.
An apple a day. Throwing them out.
Oh no! That sucks.
Pude with the read of a lifetime. clutches it out against Diando, who was literally one hit away from taking the round.
She says she's sorry, but she's not sorry.
Oh, she is so sorry, not sorry. That is a heartbreaker for Diando. And Pude with a very, I can see a smile under that mask. He's happy with that. He'll take that one.
His eyes are beaming.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Diando there. But yeah, great read from Pude with the parry into the SSM. Closes it out 2-0 here. Nicely done.
Yeah, no, just in complete control of that entire match. You know, that was something that I believe Diano was just learning the entire time. Had some opportunities to turn it around, didn't take them, unfortunately. But I think he'll come back a stronger player from that because he's definitely going to watch that VOD and be like, hey,
oh yeah, he is.
Look at all these things I dropped. All right.
In general, I'm just really excited to see more Nakaruru. I want to see more Nakaruru. I just want to see a bit more diversity in the cast. I don't want it to be top 8, all Genjuros. You know, I would like to see Nakaruru in there, maybe Galford, maybe Tamtam, maybe Homo. Just a great, variety of characters.
You are definitely speaking of the major tournament dream of a very diverse top 8. And
doesn't always happen.
Month one of a game.
Doesn't always happen.
Doesn't always happen. Yeah. But it's possible here. A lot of people have been worried that Genjuro and possibly Hamoru would be overtaking the top 8 with very little in between. Yeah. But I think we've already had a pretty impressive spread of top level play here. It could be anybody at this point.
It really could. It really could. Guys, what do you think in the stream chat? Who are your top 5 characters? Let us know. We'd be interested to hear from you.
I'd be interested to hear that too. I know there's a lot of opinions on that. Some not so serious, obviously, but so many people who have been analyzing this game and are probably doing it right now while we're talking about it, are probably coming up with some interesting ideas. I'm more interested in seeing what does the mid look like, because the interesting thing about these mid-tier characters like Yashimaru, not the best in every situation, but kind of an okay counter pick against some of the better characters.
Yes.
So he is a good pocket character, I believe.
Going to be interesting to see how he develops. I think he's really good. I think Yashimaru is really good. I feel like with a couple of buffs, Kyoshiro and Wu Lishan could be really strong as well. Earthquake's, for me, really strong. He's in that mid area too.
We're going to get roasted, Brian. We have not even mentioned Jubei once.
Oh, yeah, but for me, he's not top 5, though.
You don't think so?
He's not top. I don't think Jimmy's top 5. No.
Okay. No.
I think he's in 6 to 10 area. Yeah. For me, he's not top 5. Not right now. Not with his slow recovery on pokes. His vulnerability if he whiffs the parry, his lack of solid anti-airs, he has to do air-to-air medium most of the time, or rely on the parry. A couple of things are missing from him that would put him in that top 5 department.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Genjuro versus Yoshitora. Round 1. And it's Peter versus Kosaku.
Going for the reset.
Yeah. Going for the cross-up death hack early. And starting out really aggressive here. Ooh. Oh, they didn't follow up on that.
Yeah, no, I think that might have been.
What? The dash in DP? I always get I always feel like, I don't know, I just respect the bravery when they dash up.
So the interesting thing about that situation is you wait for your opponent to react, obviously. Then you choose your option as a dasher. Your opponent, in turn, has to delay the reaction to the point where you see the...
He just committed to the weapon flip, and it's a fat punish because of it. And Yoshitora looking good now for the round.
Yeah.
There's another DP.
Has to chill a little bit, though. Back it up.
That is it, yes. He wanted to get a bit more damage from the weapon flip there. I think that would have taken the round. If you got the grab there, it was over.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not sure if he had the max mode yet.
Oh, wow. So deep, but still backs up. Yeah. You know what? That's okay. Get the damage back up.
Okay. To the DP.
Ooh, that's scary, man.
That looked mad.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
Had to commit.
Into the punish.
Nice. All right.
Oh, there's the overhead. Genjuro now. And there's a DP of his own. Peter fighting back.
I want to say this is definitely the game, but at the same time, Kosaku has all the tools he needs to mount the cut. Oh man, went for a grab at a weird range.
Again, baited by the grab attack attempt. Dashes out.
I'm not a huge fan of what that would be considered like a reversal grab. Right. I'm not a huge fan of that. Obviously, everybody does it at least once because they think they have the opportunity to do it. But I feel like you're basically stationary and you're basically telling your opponent, "I think you're just going to run into it."
I mean, guard breaks are so strong in this game because unlike in conventional fighting games, there is no throw state for it. You have to take it. If you get grabbed, you're grabbed. So it forces you to move if the person uses it a lot. So it's a great conditioning tool. It's good to show it early that you do things like running grab attack, so that you force them to backdash or neutral jump or commit to pressing a button.
Right.
But then you have to mix it up afterwards.
And that's what we were talking about earlier.
That's
when the defensive player literally has to wait till he sees the white of your eyes before he decides to make a move.
All right. Oh man,
my
jumping
God,
heavy slash is doing crazy damage.
And he caught him crouching, which means extra hit stun.
35 hits of joy there.
All right, right now, Peter looking for a second breadstick.
I wonder if we're going to get a 7th sword.
I mean, at this point,
oh my goodness.
Kosaku's not really showing him anything super scary. But the thing about Yoshitoda getting 7 swords is that he starts having to do moves just to be doing them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like when one Botan comes out, he's just disrespecting.
It can deter you from actually having a solid strategy.
Yeah.
By thinking you need to just do every move. Yeah, that's true. Okay, running slash. Catch him jumping.
Wow!
Wake up overhead there. Genjuro getting brave.
Yeah.
Oh, he could have got more of that. And there's a heavy slash. That's the damage you wanted the first time.
Yeesh.
Yoshitora in trouble now.
And just like that, Kosaku in control here.
Uh-oh.
Never mind. Yep. I totally agree with that. He was.
Oh man.
I'm kind of wondering.
I'm not sure if that was going to kill. When he did the rage explosion, I'm not sure if that combo was going to kill. I'm not sure if it would have linked. It's very interesting, but anyway, he got the round. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. But it's now set point, and he has no rage meter.
Starting out strong is Kosaku.
But he does have the life lead, which is a good start for him. He's eating a knockdown now. Oh, went to Universal Overhead. It came out the wrong way. As Genjuro rolls to safety.
Oh man. You know, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that jump heavy hit from that distance.
Okay, air to air, Yoshitora.
Oh, right over.
Oh,
whoa!
Oh, Peter, no punish.
Nice punish on Kosaku's part.
There's a death hack.
All right, now Peter has rage. If he confirms into weapon flip, that Kosaku has to take that.
Yeah. Yoshitora gets a grab now. Kosaku's in trouble.
Oh, wow! Peter thinking that he was going to catch Kosaku trying to jump out of the corner.
Whoa! He thought maybe a guard break was coming. And now rage mode is completed.
All right, Peter's suddenly in trouble here.
Oh, man. EP? Oh, universal overhead. Nicely done.
That's Genjuro, man.
Nicely done.
The fact that he can give up that rage bar for just to get around.
It doesn't matter,
It doesn't matter to him. He's like, I'm always angry.
And, Kosaku with a smile on his face. He knows that was a risky affair there once he didn't have the rage mode anymore. So he made it work. He got the win. 1-1. Oh, a whiff heavy slash. Oh my gosh.
That was definitely
the windies are out. The windy haymakers.
I feel a draft. I think at the top level of this game, people are going to recognize when Rekka is going to whiff on follow-up, and they're just going to SSM it.
And Kosaku with the recoil attack.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, what?
I don't think that was autocorrect. He read that.
Like an autocorrect.
Yeah.
Oh, and that sidestep is great. It is invincible, but it has recovery.
Yeah, and you're not left in the best position to punish every time.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Man, he's getting chopped up by that jumping heavy.
It's another run up DP, man.
Just do it.
Speaking of just doing it. What's up?
Oh, what? It's a little setup that he's got.
Nice. Oh, just overjumped.
Oh man, Genjuro trying to make some space now. He didn't want any more of that mix-up. Oh, the rage explosion! And I don't know, but Peter tried to dash in for a guard break, but he was way out of range there. And Kosaku was onto him, and he punishes him with the lightning blade, and he moves into set point here. What a turnaround.
These rounds are important, Ryan.
Yeah, everything counts here. I mean, he realizes that he doesn't necessarily need the maximum to beat. He doesn't need the rage meter to win.
For sure.
Look at the last game. There you go. Lightning Wing's got the life lead now a little bit. Slight advantage here. What? I don't know about that.
Oh, no.
He's committed. committed to the weapon flip. Didn't confirm it.
Peter might be going on autopilot here.
Oh
yeah. I don't know.
He doesn't care.
What?
He doesn't care hell pockets. He's just doing it. Weapon flip, yes.
Okay, this changes a lot.
Oh.
Oh. Is it deep? No.
He's eating air to airs now. Oh, and the punish for the
big.
DP. What's it going to be? Oh my God, another
DP.
one. Just throws it out there.
Kind of takes the wind out of your
Fierce
gut.
one as well.
Oh no.
One more hit for Kosaku.
Nope.
Oh.
No chip death.
He could have done. Oh, if he sidestepped that punish, that would have been insane.
Yeah, I think he might have been looking for that.
Oh, and Kosaku takes it. He's popping off. He's happy. And yes, well-deserved win. What a nice turnaround there.
He's happy it's over, man. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's one of those situations where you're just like, I don't know what I'm going to do next either.
From Team Akihabara in count. Those boys come out from Tokyo. Great stuff.
Yeah. A lot of Samsho vets showing up, a lot of, especially from young players, but like Japan out here in force, ready to teach by damage, as it were.
Yeah.
So it's really important that they're out here.
Teaching
really
by demonstration. Yeah.
Exactly. But at the same time, and I'm not trying to be biased here, I think America's stronger.
Really?
In the top level.
Like right now?
Right now.
Than Japan? Well, not from what I've seen.
I mean, I'm just
not
saying,
right now. I don't know.
I've seen some crazy stuff from both people, but I gotta say, the people that I expect to see in top 8, it might be a little America.
I mean, I'm up for some hype. Like, I would love to see a grand final with USA versus Japan. I think that would be amazing.
Sure.
Yeah, I would love to see it. And I wouldn't care who won either. I just want to see some hype games. So yeah, if that's the way it goes down, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I do like that everyone's going like all in on this game though.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just like I'm playing it on the side just, you know, for a bit of fun. They're actually trying to work out tech, trying to find out what the tier list looks like, trying to do the max damage with every opportunity, learning how to parry, learning what the best air to airs are, how to clutch come back at the end of rounds. Like, they're really treating it like a super serious game that they main, you know, like a main game.
Yes.
And it's great to see.
And I know I mentioned America and Japan, but even with them in mind, we have other countries from East Asia, like Korea, obviously.
Korea here,
Punko,
Taiwan here,
Taiwan.
RB, those
and
guys.
I think there might even be some Chinese players here in China, as I've been told, has one of the, if not the strongest Samurai Shodown 2 scene in the world.
Yeah.
This game, fairly reminiscent of that. So, you know, they are also a threat.
Okay, interesting. Let's see what happens here. I believe I saw Genjuro being loaded up. I think we've had Genjuro almost every game.
That's always a safe bet, yeah.
It's in every set. Oh, man. All right. So.
All right, who do we have here?
Yeah.
A couple of faces I don't recognize.
We
got a Jubei.
Oh, nice. We got Jubei. Hope we see some counters. Our resident Geese counterpart here.
Yeah, Archer. Okay, I recognize him.
Okay. Archer from Japan using Jubei. This should be interesting. And throwing out the Gazer thrust. There's another one. Nice punish with the crouching medium slash. Oh, and that is so unfortunate.
I wonder if he even meant to do that.
I mean, most Genjuros, it's an input error. You go for the fireball and that comes out, you know? It's one of those things. All right.
1 minute you're blocking, then you want to throw a fireball. Nope, you get reverse DP. That's a great projectile, too. I definitely want to see more Jubeis using that.
The Gazer thrust is really solid. Okay. But it does have bad recovery when it gets jumped, right? So you're kind of waiting for it to not get punished.
But like that range game, like a lot of people play this range game with Jubei, and then they don't utilize it.
Now he did not use the wage explosion. He wants to save that. He doesn't mind getting weapon flipped because the first round, and he wants to save that for later on. Yeah, he'll take that. He'll take that. Yeah. But great stuff from Inu 7.
Oh man, have a sip.
Great stuff.
And we're seeing some of the limitations of Jubei up close, at least against Genjuro.
Yeah.
I think Jubei is at least, or he's hoping that Inu 7 wants to go to the air with him because he's going to hit with that big jump medium.
Right. That was a big DP just now. You see, he was reluctant to. Oh, he's just committed.
Here we go.
I mean, that is safe on block.
He gets a lot of. Well, he's going to lose it there, but once he gets access to it again, that becomes a completely different game for him.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, they're baiting. I don't know if he's baiting a DP or not. He eats one anyway in the corner.
Ooh, look at that recovery. It's almost not even there at all. Yo, get on that.
Okay. Oh, could have countered that one. Universal overhead. And Jubei has a great universal overhead. Really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and he spends it. Don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was just a start. That was a far heavy slash.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you can chip him out, I guess.
Are we gonna get a back throw?
Yeah.
Back throw into it, maybe? Oh, the read! What a great side step there. Inu 7.
All right, no more rage. Oh, big punish. He didn't use it.
He could have used it and taken the game.
Yeah.
Because that would have definitely killed.
And that would have been nuts. Wow. All right.
Maybe,
Inu 7,
yeah.
Maybe he doesn't know.
Maybe he doesn't know, but definitely a missed opportunity on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dash in DP. Hits him clean. Okay.
I mean, at this late in the match, at any point, it's good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Final round, it's good, right? The final round is good.
Any point is a good. We're talking about the Rage Explosion out of Drew Bay's Russian DP.
Yeah.
Which would end in an Eason or weapon flip technique, I guess.
Another DP. I mean, but I like Archer doing it. You have to test the opponent's knowledge. Does he know this or not? I think that's a good call.
You gonna do it again?
No, he's going with the crouch heavy now. He's gotten he's realized that, you know what, I'm not gonna take this risk. I'll take less damage.
That's what I love about this game, where the guy you can see his mentality just change immediately. Like, yeah, I'm not a jerk.
Yeah. It's not happening. Nice.
Oh my god.
And he just pokes away right at the end.
Poor Inu 7. Maybe just choke. Let's not assume that he doesn't know. Maybe just choke.
I mean, but let's think about it. There's no reason not to do it, right? So I just think he doesn't know. It's not. You're not going to miss that input either. It's not like he messed the input up.
Yeah, it hits you like 5 times on the ground before.
He may be from an area where they don't have many Jubei players, so he just hasn't used that move before. Or I don't. There's a lot of things. Or like you say, maybe he was just his mind was elsewhere.
That is a possibility. You know, sometimes you get caught up in something that happened previously in the match, and you're just like not even noticing you're getting the keys to the city there.
Well, he's given Archer the first game, and he's going to be happy with that. Dash him with the low.
That being said, Inu 7 playing a super strong game even before that, so I don't think he's out of this yet.
Not yet.
Definitely
No,
run that back.
Not at all.
Whoa,
that's in the parry.
Yeah, that is interesting.
He's got some really brave reads. He's favoring the DP after a block jump attack. I wonder if Archer's going to catch on to that and punish.
Oh, nice punish.
Oh.
All right.
There's some damage. A weapon flip. It's blocked.
Setting it up.
Okay.
Setting it up. There we go. Gotta hold that. Gotta hold it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. One more? No, I ran out. But just like that, the life meter is gone.
Yeah, he has chipped him down here.
Wow, great anti-air.
That was, max range, medium slash. And Archer moves into set point here.
Like, it's such a subtle way to turn it around, too. You almost don't realize it's happening.
Yeah. I think he went for a low counter there at the beginning.
Yeah.
He knows that Genjiro is favoring the crouching medium slash to start the rounds. Okay, yep, knocked him down.
Man, that is so good.
Oh man, he tried to get out of dodge there, but it was still in range.
All right, there's a DP there. Now, will he do it again? Will he test him again? I don't believe he will.
I think he will. You know what? I think he's feeling himself.
Never mind.
I think he will, yeah, because he knows, like, I think he's worked out the guy doesn't know, so he's just going to keep doing it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he's worked out the guy doesn't know. All right, trading mids. Ooh, what a back. Oh, the read on the low.
Damage.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Okay, now he's got a Rage Explosion, and that's it. What?
He went for rapid stab.
Hell pockets, please.
He went for rapid stab.
That was definitely a misinput.
Because he's not happy about that.
Because forward, it comes out when you do forward in the button.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot of times as a misinput. It's not what you want to do, obviously, but it comes out sometimes, and that clearly was not what was meant to go down.
That's rough.
He's not going to be happy. If he loses this game, he's not going to be a happy man.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness me. It's all falling apart, it seems. That is not going to link. We need a back throw into that.
And Genjiro still with SSM, so if he does rush DP again.
Oh my gosh, anything. This is still anyone's game.
Is that enough?
No, that's not going to link.
Jesus.
That's not going to link.
Just wants that chip damage, respectable.
Yeah, exactly. It's all damage. Okay. Genjiro does not have max rage meter. He
doesn't have it anymore yet.
He doesn't have the rage meter. So.
Whoa! Yeah, right. That was so clutch. He did it at the last. Jesus, I had a tiger.
That was sick. Literally, the saber.
Jesus Christ. Archer,
saber eye.
a mean person.
Some great reads from him there.
Yeah, I mean, someone's going to tell Inu 7 later on, like, dude, you had it.
I mean, when he watches the VODs back and people tell him, like, he's going to... I mean, but that's the thing about these tournament experiences. It's a learning thing, you know?
Yeah.
Now he's going to take that home, and that's going to be part of the experience bank. You know,
for sure. He'll never fall to that again.
Yeah, he's going to become a better player because of it. And that's why it's important to come out to these events sometimes, just to get that experience. Playing on a big stage in front of thousands watching around the world, you know, it's not easy to do.
It is definitely not. In fact, I did it yesterday, and for real, it was my first time being on stream playing at EVO. Okay. And I was a little shook. I was a little nervous, and I'm playing against Eita at that. I'm like, bro, like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an unusual thing to be nervous, you know.
No.
But I think with the nerves thing, it's just all about focusing on the actual match itself.
So yeah, you have a lot of experience with this, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you handle it?
No, I would say, like, you know, from the second you sit down in the chair, just already start thinking about the match to come. Don't think about what's around you. Don't think about who's watching you on the stream. Just focus on exactly what's going to happen in the match. Don't even look at the guy. Just focus, you know, even before you do the button check, think about the contents of the match to come. What are you going to do in this scenario? Put yourself in situations in your head. When he does this, what can I do? How can I get out of that trap? What am I going to do from the corner? How can I keep the life lead? How can I run the clock? All of these things help you to get the victory. And you have to think about how you can make every single resource in the game be a friend. Make the clock your friend. Make the gauges your friend. Make the rage explosion your friend. You know, you have to think about how you utilize the resources to whittle down what your opponent can do to you.
I got to do all this in the span of 2 minutes before the match starts.
No, during the whole game. Before the match starts, you get your head into the zone to start doing that, and then when the game starts, you just execute what you prepared.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, food for thought there, guys.
Check out his TED Talk later on.
Food for thought there, guys. But yeah, we're having a great time here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being a part of this amazing event. The most prestigious fighting game event on the planet.
Yes.
Evolution Championship Series. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with more amazing Samurai Showdown after this. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, for anybody who might just be tuning in right now, if you can recognize this melodious baritone, then you're listening to one, the only, the voice of KPB. It is your boy Afro Dynamic, aka the Crimson Chin. Now, I've been talking all weekend about how history has been being made with Samurai Shodown at EVO 2019. And I get to say that now I get to live a bit of that history because I'm sitting next to, this man needs no introduction. I'm pretty sure you could recognize it, but for anybody who can't read right now, this is James Chen.
How's everybody going?
And again, it has been an amazing weekend for Sam Showdown. Like I said, honest to God, it blows my mind. This time last year, Samurai Showdown was in the conversation, yes.
Right.
But like,
nobody was expecting anything at this point in time.
Not to discredit anyone involved with it, same to like Kaiser, same to the Nobuyuki and all that stuff. It was in the conversation, but you could go so far as to call it a little bit of an afterthought. Fast forward to 2019, we have over 1,700 people that signed up for this game. The most entered SNK title at EVO, period.
Even without a t-shirt.
Exactly, man. And again, like I said, and it just, to me, it is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
Watching what we've been seeing on stream and off stream.
You're breathtaking. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, but I mean, it's absolutely true. I've been super excited about this. Obviously, people who've been following me know how much I'm just so hyped and excited for Samurai Showdown. It feels like it's bringing the old school back into the FGC.
You know, not only is it bringing the old school back again, like I said, it's bringing so many different groups, so many different regions, and like so many different generations of FGC together. I believe it was, Choco Blanca that was saying that again. Playing this game, it's revealing your humanity. Man. And again, like you're seeing so many different shades of the rainbow when it comes to like how people play. I mean, I know leading into this tournament, there was some concern regarding, the quote-unquote popularity of Genjuro because of the SNK tournament.
Yes.
And the craziest thing that is that for all the Genjuros that we've seen, I have not seen any two of them play alike.
Yeah.
And that's the amazing thing because there is such a, such an approachable skill ceiling, or rather such an approachable level of entry for this game.
Right.
It's bringing people in. But the beauty of it is once they cross that initial threshold, skill ceiling shoots right up. And again, it's amazing to see all the different things that have been accomplished, and all the players who are being brought together by this game.
Yeah, the best thing about this game is that you play this game with your emotions.
Yes.
You play this game by feel, and that's why we're getting all the different styles. You know, your personality really kind of shines in this situation.
Oh, definitely.
Because if you're a rushdown kind of player, you can play your character in a rushdown style. But then if you're a defensive guy, you can play that same character in his defensive style. And, you know, just to be able to see how many people here are, you talked about all the different scenes coming together.
Yes.
You know, one of the things that I noted was at Wednesday Night Fights, one of the grand finals was between Valle and Kizzy K. And I've never seen them play a fighting game against each other, and it was so awesome to see.
And again, like I said, we saw, you know, Valle here yesterday, and God bless every, you know, opponent that he fought, but it was just another level where it was experience playing out. I mean, mind you, like I said, when we talk about Alex Valle, we have to talk about a guy like, say, he's been one of the pillars of the FGC.
Oh, yeah.
Not just West Coast, but like just one of the pillars of the FGC for decades now.
Yes.
And he brings so much to the table whenever he picks up the sticks. So for somebody to come, for literally anybody to, like, you know, have the opportunity to play against him, you know, even if you walk away and you have to take the L, that has to be viewed as a learning experience.
Oh, yeah,
man. Again,
absolutely.
And, like, you know, the old saying is, like, you know, when you lose, don't lose the lesson.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, for all the people who have come up here, for all the people who are in pools right now, for all the people who have been on stage, I hope and pray that everybody who, again, happens to walk away, and whether it's going 0-2, whether it's going, you know, 2-1 or whatever, for all the people who have been, like, you know, just walking away and they didn't manage to get that W, I do really hope that, again, they take something vital away from these matches, man.
Oh, yeah. I tell people all the time, you come to EVO, you play, and it's the experience.
Yes.
You know, you get to be here, you get to enjoy the spectacle, and then eventually you're going to sit down and watch this top 8 for this game. And you're all going to be in an audience with so many other people, and everybody's going to scream as soon as someone lands a deflect or a super special, or, you know, someone's going to just land a standing C, and everyone's going to wince, and everyone's going to scream, and it's just going to be amazing.
You know, like I said, again, like hopefully nobody minds it. Like, no, again, I can just like gush, give a little testimonial here. But my first EVO, even though, like I said, I've been around the FGC for a little while, like 2017 was my first EVO. I was here for KOF 14.
Right.
And I was able to like compensate some of the pools, and I was there that Friday night when they had the top 8.
Yeah.
And because, again, like that was my game, I really, really wanted to like be in it. I made the well, in hindsight, I made the mistake of being front row center when all of it happened. So we have this top 8, and again, it is just like, it is a masterpiece when it comes to just like FGC competitive
That was when
play.
that ET ended up
Exactly,
winning, right?
yeah. And again, like, because you bring up that point, remember, front row center when the whole "Don't Wake Daddy" meme came to life. Now, I was there, and naturally, again, I was cheering and everything, but because it was my first EVO, I did not count for the, like, just the tidal wave of noise that was going to come behind me. Because here it is, like, again, mind you, I'm there, like, I'm up out of my seat, I'm yelling, and I'm cheering and everything. And I don't know why I thought for some reason, like, I was going to be a loud voice. No, I was a drop in the ocean at that point. And just watching that whole thing, watching Taiwan get their first EVO champion, watching, like, Goro Daimon, of all characters in KOF, you know, like, literally just, again, be that guy that just changed everything. And it was one of those things that was beautiful. And now, oh boy, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said again, we are about to lock in and get started with the Sam Show action here.
We are basically at the end of one block of pools, and I believe we're here at the quarterfinals right now.
Yes.
And I mean, looking at the name of the players, like, for example, I'm just looking at pool H200, right? There's a bunch of pools here, okay?
Yeah,
so I already see, for example, Justin Wong is in this one. Kane Blue River is going to be going up against Jeff the Hero. Sack Tap is in this pool. On the loser side, you know, we got Kusanagi, we got Chris King, we got Hayao, the Third Strike Hugo player. I mean, that's just one of the pools. And then in internet signal is fun over here. But you know, in pool H202, Aru is there, Kubo is here, Fubar Duck is in this. God, we've got so many. Pecos is in here as
one
well.
Who, like, really showed up yesterday. And yes, I apologize for the voice spike there, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm finally getting to see what I knew was going to happen there is a Kyoshiro on the EVO stage right now.
Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna get dude. That was the thing. Is like I kept someone kept asking me like, how many Genjiros do you think make top 8? I was like, maybe 3, but I'm also gonna predict that we're gonna get like a Nakaruru in top 8 as well. So. Here we go.
Kyoshiro versus Yoshitora right now.
And here's the thing, right? There's so many people out there who were so confident that Kyoshiro was going to be bad that a lot of people probably didn't even lab him, figure out what he's going to do. And so you're going to get a player coming in here all of a sudden and blowing you up with this character because you didn't prepare yourself for the matchup.
And again, like I say, it's one of those things where when it comes to SNK games, because I can safely say that's been my wheelhouse for the last couple of years. When it comes to SNK, I see them. Oh, okay. All right.
Darn.
You want to rob me of my joy, but nonetheless, when it comes to SNK rarely makes objectively bad characters.
Yeah.
Like you'll have ones that are going to be on the lower end of the food chain, sure, but every character on an SNK roster serves a purpose. Every character has a strength and more or less more than a few weaknesses. When it comes to Kyoshiro, sure, he's got like some weird hurt boxes, but the guy literally, again, he just sweats out chip damage. Probably some of the highest output in the game, but right now, we're in this match.
You know what? We're talking about on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I actually feel like Charlotte is amazing in this game.
Definitely.
I think one of the strongest characters, probably right under Genjuro, but you're going to watch it. For those of you who are new to this game and who are not super familiar with this, Yoshitora has got the 6 swords, trying to build up all 7 of them right now. Every time you see him chop a flower, he's got another one.
Again, it's one of the, early on, one of those bad habits that a few people gravitate towards, and I'm glad to see that the community has been working away from that mindset. And again, with Charlotte, the only weakness that I see Charlotte having is, again, just a minor reach thing. Yeah. But again, that's nothing that can't be solved with a quick micro dash after a throw.
Yeah. Also, I mean, the other biggest weakness, because she's the character that I would probably play if I played in tournaments, because that's how good she is. Air to air, obviously, all of her jump attacks aim downward, so she can't really play the air to air game, which is very important in Samurai Shodown. But right now, looks like Kyle Dannon has a slight life lead. Oh, yeah, there it is, the ambiguous cross-up in the middle of the jump C.
Again, it's one of those things, Yoshitora's jump in C. It's one of the deadliest, if not the deadliest in the game.
And you know what, one of the beautiful things about that move, you watch it, all 4 of the sword strikes are different colors because he's using a different sword for every single one of them.
And that's just how quick those hands are.
Yeah. Such a cool character design.
And again, beautiful TK midair there.
Alright, trying to zone a little bit.
Alright, trading the ante, air to air, nice. And yeah, like I said, but that DP is going to shut it down every time.
And for a very different reason, Charlotte jump C almost just as good as Yoshitora's. But like I said,
deep cross-up.
Yeah, right there. That is one of the best cross-up tools in the game. And here we go, Kainuma, just trying to go for chip, and there it is, it's enough.
And again, like I said, she may have a bit of a reach discrepancy when it comes to her weapon flip and her super secret, but when you're locked down in the corner, she's in control.
And that weapon flipping technique is an 8-frame startup, so one of the fastest ones, although that 8-frame hit is right next to her, so it doesn't reach very far. Oh, here we go.
Again, really, applying the pressure in the corner. Beautiful anti-air right there.
And honestly, Charlotte, her set of kicks is probably one of the best set of kicks in the game. But we've got ourselves an activation here. Oh boy. Oh no, that's blocked, but not punished.
All right, goes to the sweep hurl.
Kyle still has that Isin available to him. Gets the throw, gonna go for the weapon flipping technique instead, and Kainuma is gonna end up using the burst.
And he cuts her out in the air, and Kainuma again overcoming a couple of odds here. Looked like he was kind of on the back end, because again, once Yoshitora bursts his rage, you have to be careful, because again, he has a tremendous amount of reach, particularly with his neutral 5H. So again, now that's something that can cover 3/4 of the screen.
Right. And Kainuma Dannon made the correct choice. He got the throw, tried to go into the weapon flipping technique. The Isin would have been scaled heavily, so try to make them lose the weapon, and Kainuma refused and actually decided to spend the burst at that moment as well. Paid off for him.
And right now it is 1-0 in Kainuma's favor.
Is it deep enough to get? Yes, there it is.
Full combo.
And we're going to get a lot of hits and a lot of damage. Oh!
Just under 50 on that one. And one of the most beautiful combos in the game. All right, tries to go for a dodge there. Nice. Yeah, like I said, still
opportunity. Yeah. Oh, it's anti-air? No, not going to work as an anti-air. And yeah, I like the idea of throwing the uppercut there. Yoshitoras like to try to combo the jump C into the ground move. A lot of times they miss it, so going for the invincible uppercut in between just in case he does miss that combo. Oh, not this time. Oh, wasn't. It's a little too deep, actually, so the fourth hit did not come out in time.
Yeah, right now, Kainu, like I said, slowly pacing this time. Good use of the 6-6K.
Kick moves from Charlotte, but then getting caught by the Tiger Knee.
And again, it's unfortunate. No, the beautiful thing is that Kainu, I can see it right there, he was going for the deflect. And he would have been able to actually like capitalize given the distance, but again, it was just a slight timing.
Right. Deflects, of course, are really powerful in this game. Hard to punish heavily as well, so deflects are actually a very powerful tool, but they still require a lot of foresight. Oh, ooh, try to go for the really deep jumping. Jumping attacks do not cause a lot of hit stun. You have to go for the deep ones to get the combo. And that caused it so that he went for such a deep one that it didn't hit in time. Oh!
Well, this anti-air works. Okay. And now, and they're off screen. Now again, the war of attrition begins right now.
Yeah, he says, you know what? You're not getting your weapon back. You're going to take chip from all of the sword pokes here, and I'm just going to jump back in the corner over here like a rabbit, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Now, the beautiful thing is there, and this is one thing that I'm seeing Kyle Van actually really make use of. One of the things that I always tell people, learn what your character can do unarmed.
Yes.
And certain characters, again, like they do have benefits there. Case in point, Charlotte, she ends up getting a crack when she doesn't have a sword on her hands. And again, that just throws people off.
Right. Oh, but it's not going to work out here. Yeah, it's not going to work here for Danon, unfortunately.
All right, so match point for Kainuma. Trying to hold out, sends out the bayonet. Trying to look at again, nobody home.
Yep, and here we go, getting started with that Yoshitora, but just throwing out that careful uppercut, and yeah, Charlotte can hold on to her fireballs, but
have to be careful with that.
Yeah, have to be ready for that. That's one of Yoshitora's main tools on getting in. Oh, here we go with the anti-air again.
Times it perfectly. Now again, that line in the sand is there. He's going to have to like risk it if he wants to get the weapons back.
Yeah, but look how little life he has left. It's not going to happen there.
And the explosion.
And Kainuma is going to take it.
Yes, sir. Just again, one step further towards that main stage appearance.
Calling out, what a game right there. Awesome.
Good stuff, Kainuma. Good stuff, man. And again, like I said, what we see here, beautiful use of the spacing, beautiful use of the normals as well. And that's one of the main things that people have to like really take away from every Sam Show match. Don't get me wrong, yes, all the supers and specials in this game, they're glorious to behold. But at the same time, if you want to be truly effective, you have to know what your character is fully capable of.
Yeah.
Even if it's just them trying to play keep away, even if it's them trying to rush down and throw somebody off because again, they are finally unarmed. You just have to be fully aware because the second you have that complete awareness of your character, you won't be surprised, or at least won't be as surprised as you could be in some of these matches.
Yeah.
And now, oh man, again, here we see it lately. You guys can't see this yet, but we have a view of it, and I recognize that haircut anywhere.
Okay.
So again, our old-time friend, KDZ, just stepped up on stage, ladies and gentlemen. And again, this is a tribute to what James was saying a moment ago. The generations of the FGC that are coming together for this game, it is something to behold.
Absolutely, and just players coming from all the different genres as well. So like I said, I mean, again, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but a lot of fighting games these days are very much frame data heavy. You know, you have to understand if it's your turn, if it's their turn, you got to know what's punishable, etc., etc. Samurai Shodown kind of takes that and kind of shoves it to the side because, with the rebound mechanic in this, when you block the sword and the character rebounds like this, you could cancel that into special moves. And so it really changes the whole console. Even though if you get rebounded off of a block and you're like minus whatever, 40 something, but I can cancel that into an invincible uppercut or a quick poke and catch you before you hit me. It kind of lets you play you know, like I said, with feel, right?
Exactly.
You're like, you know what? I'm gonna just do this, and he's gonna be scared to try to counter poke me. So I'm just gonna let my rebound rock, and he's not gonna poke. And I was right, and I got away with it.
Yeah, it's funny because not too long ago I heard somebody explain this game to me in math, and math was my worst subject. But they said that when it comes, usually every time you go for a game, it's always about doing A so that your opponent can do B.
Right.
In this game, you have to take it a step further. I'm going to do A to force my opponent to do B, and I'm going to have C and D ready.
Yes.
Just in case whatever they do. And now, if this isn't a button check, we're about to go into the Haomaru mirror.
Yeah, Haomaru, definitely one of the strongest characters in this game. Weapon flipping technique is so fast. And, you know, in the situation, we talked about the rebound canceling, but he can actually punish medium rebounds and heavy rebounds. And there's really not much of most characters can do about it.
No, there is not.
So once Haomaru gets weapon flipping technique, it's very scary. But again, I do, so this, not quite a button check, but they went to the character select again.
Right, so yeah.
But it looks
somebody
like,
was, you know, changing their mind.
No, they're going to stick with it. And
Okay.
so got a Haomaru on both sides here. One of them chose the blue Haomaru, so I think that's the correct Haomaru. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see here. Yeah, and this is an interesting mirror match as well. Because I played during the beta. I played this mirror match a lot, but you know, the running punch. You're gonna see this a lot, which is gonna be a funny way for samurais to fight against each other. But it's such an effective tool. It cannot be deflected, and there is no rebound off of the running punches. And if you use it at the right range, it's very safe. But running throw is going to be effective, and that's going to be interesting right there. So the run B into the uppercut is going to be kind of a telltale thing because you can burst it and punish it for huge damage. So let's see how much people are going to risk going for it. And see if they're going to try to tempt the opponent to use their Rage Burst.
Yeah, beautiful feint. And he goes for the sake.
Yeah. So less damage, but unburstable. So at this point in time, he could... Oh, yeah. Oh, it's close enough. Look at that damage.
Right there. And again, like I said, now Haomaru is not going to let that line in.
Oh, no, he went for the throw, and he's going to be taken out for it. So KDZ going down. KDZ is the red Haomaru, and Bon is the blue one. Oh, the point blank dash, see? What a call out right there. Maybe trying to go against the backdash or something like that, but run throws are going to be very effective in this match because, you know, you're going to be scared to throw out a lot of buttons.
Trying to go for that deep jump.
There we go.
Good use of the DP for a counter.
Yeah, for the first time in Sam Show games, those uppercuts are truly invincible. And yeah, you can see right now KDZ has a very run-throw heavy game, but you got to watch out for rolling forward into the uppercut.
As I said, those wake-up DPs in this game, they are a literal life-changing event.
Yeah, he's got the fireball fakes. Nobody has the weapon flipping technique right now, so nobody can counter the rebounds. But look at this KDZ trying to go in there with those running punches.
And the yes smash is strong with Sam Show.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out now. Bon has to be very careful.
Any miscalculation? Just like that.
And that's one of the things.
On the board.
When you activate your Isen, what happens is you become very tense as well. And you're trying to find the right moment to get in there and either bait them to hit a button so you can whip punish or frame trap them essentially with that.
I say it is like the most intense game of chicken you're ever going to come across.
And then, or maybe try to scare them into jumping. But then, if the opponent knows that you're in that weird tense situation, that opens you up to get run up and throw. So there you go. That is exactly what Bon did.
And again, it becomes this moment where, again, like, who is going to crack first? Are you going to crack on offense and just go out for the Isen? Are you going to crack on defense and try to throw out something that you think might actually stop
exactly.
the Isen? Yeah. So again, now, KDZ, again, he's debating. All right, he's locking in. He's going to stick to his guns.
Stick to the Haomaru. But the spacing very, very crucial in this game, especially because they're focusing a lot on the dash punch. Right now you can see that KDZ is playing, like I said, mostly a dash punch, dash throw kind of mix-up.
Yep. He wants to, again, he wants to keep that momentum on his side.
I think Bone kind of realized it too. Not as much dashing attack. Yeah, you see right there, he threw out the standing C because he was trying to read the dash forward from KDZ. So he was just trying to get a big chunk of damage right there off the bat.
Again, like the beautiful thing about this game is that yes, you can go for the giant heavy slashes.
Oh yeah.
But the important thing that comes out is that you have to, most times apply that quote unquote death by 1,000 cuts. He's gonna run in and poke and turtle, and yeah, like I said, it's gonna annoy your opponent, but it's going to actually serve its purpose.
And actually, okay, yeah. Never mind. I thought they had switched colors, but no, they are. I believe they're the same colors. Yep, there you see again KDZ throwing out that standing C. They're both trying to read the run forward from the other player. And Bon going back to just the dashing punches. They're back in this neutral space, but you can see how Bon is throwing out a lot more stuff besides the dashing punch. He was also going for, oh yeah, and he's gonna take it. Haohmaru is pretty effective even without his weapon.
Yeah, he is.
There you go.
We're seeing it right there, and that's the beauty of it, man. It's one thing I always tell people. Learn what your opponent can do unarmed and go for the dash attacks. It gives you the freedom to move.
KDZ tried to go for that universal overhead. Didn't hit it. He's got to land something. He tried to go for the standing C.
And the yeah punch prevails.
And you can't see it on your screen, but Bone happy, dancing in his chair, a smile on his face.
Good adjustment there.
Yeah, but didn't use the blowback. Oh, okay, small punish. Just the throw combo. Now, oh yeah.
Like see it again. Unfortunately, I do not get to see that attack from Haohmaru enough.
Yeah, but it is his anti-projectile weapon, so that's why he's pretty good in these fireball wars. You can't feel too safe throwing fireballs at him because he's got that option ready for himself the whole time. Yeah, you see KDZ trying to fake it right there, trying to bait the flip. Okay, now KDZ throwing out the standing B as well. I like it. Not going for the Hail Mary standing C's. Okay, yep. Nice. KDZ trying to get his round over here. Oh, this is gonna be big damage. Even a close-up C I feel like would have did a lot more. Oh my, here we go.
Thankfully he landed with his sword.
Oh, but he missed the throw. KDZ going for a lot of throws when he's disarmed. He's got to be careful, and now an empty jump in the uppercut and embrace death. KDZ has been split in half.
Tisk.
My God, the man has been split in half.
Oh man. Again, that is the beauty of how this can play out. Options there where, again, like I said, he was hit with a weapon flip, and through the most glorious of circumstances, he actually landed with his sword.
Yeah.
But Bond saw that, and he read that out immediately, and he decided, yeah, you're not picking up that blade, not one way, no how, right? And again, you see it right there. Once you go for the weapon flip, that damage automatically changes absolutely everything. It is the literal turn on a dime when it comes to any matchup. And he saw it right there. He realized it again. He had his opportunity. He was on the back foot with that life move.
Yeah.
He got the weapon flip. He came in, and all he had to do was just constantly, he basically had to choke out any opportunity that KDZ was going to jump in.
And that is right there 100% indicative of why Haohmaru is so strong. Because that weapon flipping technique is so fast, and it can catch so many people in the middle of their moves like that.
Like I said, and it combos off of the light slash and the medium slash as well. So again, like I said, even if it scales, you can go for a reverse throw out the medium slash, and then bam, you automatically have the weapon flip.
Yep.
All right, so again, our next lovely contestants are locking in.
Coming up to the stage right now. And again, thanks everybody for tuning in. I know there's a lot of streams going on here at EVO, but thank you guys for choosing some Samurai Shodown here.
Yes, like I said, we do appreciate that. Again, I always say there are 1,001 places you can be at any given moment on Twitch, and you decided to spend some time with us. So for that, we thank you.
Absolutely. And again, This is just, and you know, one of the beautiful things about this game is that it is pretty relatively new.
Yes.
It's a brand new game, so we're going to be seeing a lot of, you know, different styles here. People saving a lot of tricks for EVO. Yep. And you're going to see a lot of your favorite players here on the stream as well. So there's going to be a ton of guys here. I mean, like we mentioned Vi earlier, we mentioned Justin Wong earlier. Pugera is in here. You know, we just saw KDZ. So there's just players from every walk of the FGC, all ages, all coming here to play. Whoa, what was that?
Somebody brought their Lucky Ducky on.
Yeah. Going through a little bit of button checks here. That's the lightning dash there. That's the ESIN. Only did 50%, but that's because, in case you guys aren't aware, after you activate the burst, all you have to do is hit A, B, and C, and that gives you the lightning dash. The more meter you have in your lightning dash timer, the more damage you do. But if you activate it with your full health bar, you get a shorter timer.
Yes.
So you can't do as much damage. So the less life you have when you activate it, the more damage potential that you can do. So that's why a lot of people will save it for the end.
Yep, because again, the beautiful thing about it is, and if you want to call this, you know, ironic, I suppose you could, but again, the closer you are to death, the more powerful of a death really you become. So again, and like I said, like I remember when the first full trailer for this game came out, and I told everybody on social media, if you're wondering why the initial trailer is telling you to embrace death, trust me, when this game comes out, a lot of you are going to have a hard time accepting that truth.
Oh man, best thing about it. Shout outs to the PR crew for that too. The Embrace Death hashtag.
Again, that was brilliant.
It went viral at one point. Like it trended on social media, and it got everybody on the internet super confused who had no idea. Meanwhile, the fighting game community was like, "Yep, ooh, we got Kibetsu here going up against Score."
Nice.
Kibetsu. Again, another Yoshitori. And Yoshitori is an interesting character because Yoshitori is one of those characters that, depending on who you talk to, he's either super good or only okay, you know? And so it's interesting that we've seen 2 Yoshitoras on stream already. So we're seeing here, I feel like Japan definitely rates him a lot stronger than the United States does so far. Yep, trying to get that jump C. That is one of Yoshitora's best weapons, but you can see Score all ready for it with the jump back C.
Yep.
There you go.
Blocks everything. Oh, dangerous opportunity there. Never turn your back.
And you know what? He says, oh, he actually just went for the light uppercut so he couldn't get bursted. If the burst would have a better chance of hitting him out of the uppercut.
Shut him down just out of that. So, like, inching away from a perfect throw.
Score looking very strong that first round. He's kind of playing a very defensive game against Kibetsu. And Kibetsu getting in there with a dashing punch. But he really hasn't gone for the running throw at all. And see right there, like I said, Kibetsu could have actually burst that uppercut because he had so much life that Isen afterwards wouldn't have done much damage. So that's why as a Haumaru early on in the round, you know you can go for that combo. But speaking of combo, here we go. It's going to be 34 hits, almost half damage.
Good chunk of life off of that one. Man, it's so beautiful. Air to air with the kick.
Oh boy, but not deep enough to get the combo and gets away.
Oh, beautiful burst right there.
Yeah. Figured that Kibetsu was going to do that. Didn't want to lose the weapon and all that life. Oh, the empty jump into uppercut call out. Oh my God. Oh, yep.
Again, he's got to be careful now. He's unfortunately, this is his match to lose. One little slip.
Oh, that could have been it right there. Oh, that's going to come.
Runs into it.
Dead. There it is. You know, people know me for asking, is it going to kill in Samurai Shodown? I don't know if I ever have to ask that question.
No, you don't.
Because you're dead. You're dead. Now, neutral jumps right there. Neutral jumps, very powerful neutral tool, you know, in the neutral game. Like that, right there. Trying to catch people running in, going for throws, or running for running attacks.
Works his way out. All right, again, just get one hit of the jump stick. Now you see Score. He's playing it a little slightly more careful this time. Doesn't want to give, Travis any chance. But again, see, beautiful use of the dash with a heavy slap.
Yeah, the high
shuts down anything that could be an answer.
Oh, wow, was that a confirm? And the weapon is gone, and guess what? You are in dire straits right now. But look at this. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the beautiful thing is that, again, Yoshitora is one of the people who he's capable enough without his weapon.
Yeah.
But again, it's just the lack of damage output that he misses now.
Yeah, you still have access to any special move that doesn't require the sword, but I think Yoshitora requires the sword off.
He needs them all.
All of them. So he's in trouble.
Again, like the two people on the roster who benefit like the most from, again, I can't even say benefit, but like I said, the fact that they're going to be stable without their weapons is Haomaru and Galfa. They don't need their weapons to get any of their specials out. And of course, there's also Darlie, who, again, she becomes exponentially more dangerous without the giant saw, which is the biggest oxymoron I can think of. But lo and behold, she's the beautiful contradiction of this game.
Yeah, she hits you with the saw, you lose a chunk of life. She punches you, you lose 80%.
Yeah.
You know? That is a punch right there.
I said, wherever he is watching, Ralph Jones would be proud.
All right, air to air again. Using the kick a little bit faster. Ooh, tried to go for a little bit of a spot dodge right there. And there's that heavy Tedesco again.
That run game caught him, man.
Ooh, nice.
DP, nice.
He's able to recover from that punch. That's how fast Haomaru's running punch recovers.
Goes for the fake, tries to run in again.
Yeah, basically playing a very careful game. Both players are nice. Dash under the running attacks autocorrect when you activate them after you run under people. Oh, we got it!
Got it. All right.
Score is not going to choose to burst that because it's his round one, and it's expensive to use that burst in your first. And you only get one for the entire game, basically.
Yep.
And so if you spend it, you get no more rage, you get no more weapon flipping technique, you get no more EX, you get no more damage boost.
And just like that, even after getting caught with a weapon flip, Score still manages to pull it off. That's now Taibetsu staring down the wrong side of the match point.
Oh no, it was a little bit too far of a cross-up, so it didn't keep hitting. Normally that jump C will push them back to the front again, and they'll get bodied by that jump C like that.
There you go. Again, still DP is there waiting for him.
Ooh, spot dodge, but just going for that dash punch, which isn't a lot of delay.
I said again, between his universal overhead and the dash punch, like I said, he's one of the people you have to wonder, does he even need the sword? Just like that.
Oh, God, there it is.
And that's the perfect time to go for the E-Sen right there. I said, thankfully, Yoshitora, he's one of the few people who, again, because of his moveset, he doesn't have to rely entirely on his rage gauge. I mean, it never hurts to keep it around, but still, like I said, he's not in no trouble yet.
Right. Oh, wow, chasing the backdash. I wonder if that's been a read right there, that Score has been backdashing a lot after those jump Cs, because he just chased him down with that heavy Nadeshiko.
The punches, man, he's just not going to stop.
Oh, good. Nice. And great block on the side switch running attack. And you saw the rebound off that. All running attacks kind of act like C's, and they have a huge rebound delay.
Again, missed on the DP there. Now backs himself in the corner. He's got to be careful. Tries to go for guard point. Nice.
Yeah. Defense right after Score.
Steady.
The round slowly dwindling down, 2/3 through.
Sweeps the leg. Hands here. And again, time slowly becoming a factor. 15 seconds left. Can Gebetsu pull this off?
Yeah, he needs something, but he's just going to run into the tornado a little bit too aggressive right now because he knows he has to do something. Oh, here's an opportunity.
All right, man. He's going to DP, but again, it's time on his side.
Oh, he's going to
Can he pull it off?
Oh, of course, the burst is still there. That's right. That's why Score was able to go for that uppercut. That's why. Oh, and he read the dashboard with the standing C. The call out, and there it is. Score is going to take it.
That big smile, too, man. Again, he earned it one now. Oh, baby.
Man.
I said again, that is just, this is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beauty, like just the majesty of watching people play this game and play it to their strengths. Let their creativity, their ingenuity actually come to the forefront. And it wins matches, plain and simple.
And again, you know, those the standing C's do like 60% damage, or
just
or
like
not
right
60%,
off the bat.
but like a ton of damage.
It might as well be 60, man. Let's be blunt.
Like maybe like 30% damage.
Yeah,
so,
on
right?
general basis. And
Now,
unless they get hit with a counter, then that's going to be like 40, 45.
Now, the thing is, that makes it sound like, oh, I should just be throwing this assault all over the place. But you can react to them, you can deflect them, and then you'll lose your weapon. And so, in general, most people are going to be poking with A's and B's.
Right.
Right?
Listen, and that's the beautiful thing, because now it becomes a matter of, all right, yes, there's this giant telegraph, like I would even go so far to say, since we are in Vegas, neon billboard of what you could do. But the important thing is that you have to be aware of what everybody can do.
Right.
You have to be aware, because again, if you go for that like huge, heavy slash and you miss, you got a laundry list of problems that are now sitting on your lap.
Exactly. So that's why when you see someone connect it like that, especially in the neutral, it's just such a call out. And as a player, when you hit someone with a standing C, you just feel feel like a god.
You're empowered,
you know?
man. I said again, no, you feel like, again, you have the blessing of Bishop Mountain right there. God of War is pretty much got your back this entire time. And again, you're ready to just keep slashing away at people. But nonetheless, I can see my boy Arrow there. And again, definitely shout out to my East Coast brother right there. It's funny because yesterday when we were actually doing our set on commentary, I have a picture on my phone that I've had for about 2 years now when me and him were doing commentary at NEC for KOF 14. And to go from that being the before picture to this being the now picture, again, I cannot tell you how proud I am of this kid right now, man.
Yeah, he's definitely been wrecking shop on the East Coast at NLBC.
Oh, yeah.
He's been, I mean, it's been him and Jonah who've been kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, like I said, they're each other's foil, basically. And just watching the rubber match between those two, it's one of the reasons why I can enjoy tuning in every week.
Yeah, it's really interesting here as we get another Yoshitora. Of course, that's who Aru uses, and we finally see a Genjuro on stream. Genjuro, people are going to ask, why is he so good? Everything that he has every tool possible, and he has that slight benefit on each one of them. Uppercut recovers quickly, fireball recovers quickly. He's got a universal overhead that low crushes and knocks down. You know, he's got the cross-up, Rekka Slash. He's got a card that can bounce and set up unblockables. About the only weakness that I would say Genjuro has is that his rage burst, everybody's burst lasts a different length. And Genjuro has one of the shortest ones. But even that is barely a weakness of his.
I say it again now. Thankfully, Aru, he's going to be used to this. So it's like we have the old saying back on the East Coast, it's going to be guerrilla warfare whenever you see Genjuro on there. But
it's
now,
not going to be Genjuro. It's going to be Charlotte. Every time we think they're going to pick a character. Okay, I guess Charlotte players like to troll. They like to pick a different character and then go to Charlotte.
Fair enough. And again, like I said, it's a, turn of a dime, but again, it is a good tactic to have because, with Charlotte, one of the reasons that she tends to have a slight advantage in this matchup is because Yoshitora has to commit to so many of his normals because he's using so many different weapons. So whenever you go out there and say somebody tries to throw out a heavy slash, if Charlotte's on the other side, she's got the opportunity to get that really good deep jump in and cross them up, and that leads to a good solid combo.
Interesting right now. It looks like Watanabe I should say, Shacho, going for a little bit more of a zoning Charlotte at first. Yeah, you see him jumping back. He really wants to go back and use the fireballs. And because she can hold them like that, it's dangerous to try to jump over them because they actually work really well as anti-airs, too.
Yeah, they do. So you're learning that the hard way online.
But yeah, a very defensive style of Charlotte here. Interesting. And not even using a lot. Oh, yeah. He's going to be able to get the full combo. 34 hits, 35 hits?
35, I believe.
Yep, there it is.
And again, like I said, for everybody, for all my CBS2 fans out there, that's what we like to call big damage.
That's what we like to call combo inflation.
And I said still, Watanabe cannot be counted out just yet. But again, he just lost all of his rage.
Oh, yeah.
And the hunting blade walks him right off.
And yeah, this is the thing, right? I mean, I feel like with this life deficit right now, you can't really play a zoning game anymore because there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. You got to get in there. And so Aru, yeah, is going to be able to punish that throw whiff, and there we go.
Again, make short work of it, good use of the anti.
All right, I see you, Aru. Let's go. Oh, nice. The
Good,
EX.
raged out, baby. Nice.
Yeah, so when you have rage activated, some of your special moves are more powerful. So, for example, Charlotte's heavy fireball will do 3 hits instead of 1. Or just start to go for a little bit of a low kick right there, knock down, and get some setups. Out of the corner now.
Yeah, it's with the low. Just shy of the armor point.
Yeah. Like I said, it's very interesting to me that Watanabe Shacho is going for this very, very defensive zone-heavy style of Charlotte. I mean, it's very interesting to me because when I play Charlotte, I'm just jumping all over you all day.
You want to get in, basically.
Yeah.
Again, this is what we were talking about earlier, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody brings their own style to the table.
So it's exciting for me, you know, to watch this different take on it, you know. I've always known that she can be kind of a zoner, but I just like rushing people down.
Again, like I said, you know, Aru trying to go for the cross-up into the full combo, but just out of the range.
Yeah,
you guys got to be super careful. One
where,
bayonet from Charlotte, that's going to be it.
Yeah, or just get the throw. And this is the kind of game where, you know, I've often said to learn fighting games, it's not about hitting buttons. It's about knowing when not to hit buttons, you know? And a lot of times it's more important not to hit buttons. And in Samurai Shodown, that's such a pertinent thing. That's why you see a lot of people just kind of staying back. You see Aru not hitting a lot of buttons, trying to find his way in. But that's what opens you up to getting run up and thrown and such. A little bit more desperation from Aru now that Shacho has been able to get his defensive play working here.
Trying to get his bearings again. Shout out to Kuroko in the background, keeping score.
It's a good thing he's not in the tournament here. He's not a usable character. He would probably destroy everybody.
Yet. Again, like I said, right now, Watanabe is again like really doing his level best to keep Aru on his toes, but now.
Yeah. Oh, and he's gonna spend it. Yes, of course. This is the last round.
Yep, make
Might
it count.
as well. Don't want to lose your weapon. Beautiful block on the universal overhead. Oh,
and
a counter burst. Gotta be careful.
Literally anybody's game right now.
Just trying to land that jump C into Isen.
And yeah, now Charlotte is gone, so Aru, it's on him.
Yeah, but not much health left, so he'd be better off going into weapon flipping. He tried to bait Shacho into hitting a button. Oh, he went for the Isen. It wouldn't have done that much damage anyway. I think at that point in time, it would have been better just to play a little bit more patient and just try to find your opportunities to win through the neutral. But Aru risked it all on that Isen. Isn't going to pay off for him, and now he's going to go down 1 game.
But again, I've seen Aru take this in stride before. He's one of, at least as far as East Coast, he's one of the most educated and most well-versed players that you can actually hope to come across. I would even go so far as to say that he's basically getting his degree as far as Sam Cho is concerned. And I know for a fact that he's going to be pulling on a well of knowledge for this particular match. And the crazy thing is that if he manages to move on, whoever the opponent is going to be, there's going to be another volume of his information. He's going to be ready.
All right. Players waiting for their match to start here. I didn't see it, but I don't think Aru's changing characters.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's going to stick with the correctly colored Yoshitora, the blue Yoshitora. You'll see his theme in my color preference. Yeah, and most of the time now, even though Yoshitoras have that ability to get the 7th sword, and the 7th sword is almost a free win.
Pretty much.
A lot of players don't go for it because, if you concentrate too much on that, it can kind of mess up your game plan. So.
Oh yeah, it was a bad habit that I saw a lot of Yoshi players bring to the table in the very beginnings of the game. But thankfully, like we said earlier, the community has started to walk away from that, and they've learned to just make the full use of his moveset as is.
Nice dash under that running A from Charlotte. Not a lot of range, but can hit out of the air very effectively. And is pretty safe on block. at least it catches a lot of people off guard, so it's hard for them to counter it. Oh, yep, you see right there, Aru was trying so hard to figure out a way in. That's what opened him up for Shacho to get the run-up throw.
Nobody going for it. Gotta take that crouching HS.
Another one. And again, that's why he got the run-up throw. Aru being a little bit too predictable in his attempts to try to close the gap. Oh no, not a big punish.
And like I said, that was a missed opportunity there. But I believe, if anything, he was just mainly trying to check just to make sure that he would be, you know, safe for later.
Right there, just I mean, I was surprised that Charlotte was able to connect that, since most of her jump attacks do hit downward. She's actually pretty terrible at the air-to-air game, but it worked out for her there.
Oh, trying to go for that deflect. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy, who mashes
and again,
faster?
opportunity here.
Aru does. It's a weapon clash. Is he gonna pick it up? No. But Charlotte is so not worried when she doesn't have her weapon.
Yeah, like I said, number one, she, you know, between her and Nakaru, they have the fastest pickup speeds in the game.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then not only that, but like I said, she has such a great set of kick normals that she can still fight so effectively without her weapon.
Alright, tries to go for the cross up. Air to air.
Okay, that's going to be punished. He's going to have to burst. And he still won't even kill with an Eason right now, even though he'll give him a life lead. Oh, no. I wonder if he tried to activate it there, but was too late.
He may have, but again, like I said, no, not going to knock Aru at all for this. This is one of the guys, again. This is one of his, like, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is his first EVO. So to actually make it this far in a new game that is just basically uncharted territory for everyone, I have to give the dude all the credit in the world.
And right there, one of the reasons why Charlotte's so good is that jump C hits so low, right? And she jumps low enough that you can hit it in the air really high up and it'll still catch.
Yep.
So what I think would have happened is, if Aru had done the lightning dash, I think it just would have missed.
Probably.
So he was probably waiting a little bit later to do the lightning dash so that she was low enough to be anti-aired by it. But because Charlotte C hit so low and she has such a low jump arc, it hit him before she could get to that height where she could be anti-aired.
Again, like I said, no, and like, ladies and gentlemen, this is the, you know, science that has to go into Sam's show. That's the crazy thing about it, because for everything that may be viewed as simple,
right?
Again, there is a level of strategy that, you know, you always like to say that, again, in most games it's chess, not checkers. You know, this is basically 3D chess, pardon the pun, when it comes to Samurai Shodown, because now so much information has to be parsed and digested so quickly in this game that, again, that 1 second, even not even the 1 second, that 1 millisecond is going to be the determining factor for so many different matches. And again, it's just, it's one of the reasons why this game is so much fun to me. You know, and it's funny, like we were talking about, you know, earlier about, like, again, everybody bring their different styles, and like you said, if you wanted to play aggressive and just like constantly stay moving forward, you can. If you want to, like, you know, hang back, you know, view the scene, see what's going to happen, like try to react accordingly, you can also do that. You know, my biggest problem is that I've always been a rushdown player. So, yeah, naturally, again, there's this huge target on me whenever I start playing.
But, I mean, what's interesting is, like, I'm sitting here, like I said, my main, I want to use Jubei, right? But my Charlotte is better because Charlotte's just, I feel like, a stronger character overall. And so I've been playing a lot of Charlotte, and I already think she's, like, the second best in the game.
Again,
right under Genjuro, right?
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing about it is, I'm playing her a lot, and even already, but the two Charlottes that we've seen, I have learned new stuff, and I have new tactics, and I'm like, man, she's even better now, you know?
Again, like I said, that's the beauty of it, because it is such a new game. Everybody is learning, ladies and gentlemen.
And just the different styles, you know? It's just like the reason why I wouldn't learn certain things is because I'm not playing that way, you know what I mean? But now that I've seen it,
again, now like I said, your eyes have been opened, like scales have fallen away, right? You know, and it's funny that you mentioned Jubei, because like that's the character that like I generally gravitated towards. Like, you know, I was feeling out. There was a quick little time where I was like going with Harumaru, and I'm going to keep with Harumaru just because, again, I appreciate the play style. But when it comes to Jubei, the thing that I love about Jubei, and it's something that we haven't seen too much of yet, is the simple fact that on top of the deflex and on top of the instant blocks, Jubei has counters. very, very powerful counters as well.
40% life counters. And when you I mean, when I said that, you know, you land a standing C, you feel like a boss, right?
Yeah,
you feel like a god.
did.
No, when you're Jubei and you land those counters, like, I was streaming myself playing this game, and like my viewers were like, "I've never seen James pop off like this." Like every time I landed the Jubei count, I was just like,
dude, again, like you have to be that high because again, like seriously, you know, it's one of the things, and it's I would go so far as to say that like his counters are like probably one of the best kept secrets in the game.
Yeah.
No, but the one thing that is not a secret is the fact that it takes an army and a village, or I would go so far as to say a city in itself, to make these events run. And right now we want to talk to you about a couple of people who they're the reason that this is going on. They're the reason that we're able to actually sit here and talk about this game.
Samurai Shodown.
Oh yes.
I have some good news for you.
Lay it on me.
I just saved a bunch of money by switching my insurance to no, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Geico Gaming. But honestly, we have a great match coming up for you and some more death to embrace here at EVO 2019.
And like I said again, I was saying this all of yesterday, as incredible as all the stream action that we saw was, I kept telling everybody it's only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we had myself and Olaf Redland had the pleasure of doing the restream, an English restream of the SNK official tournament that they just ran in Japan I think it was just this last weekend. Time is going by so fast, by the way. But one of the players that we got to see play there was Harumi, you know, that we know from the Street Fighter scene. But again, here she is playing a very mean Genjuro in Samurai Shodown. So we're going to see, she's definitely got that Genjuro. But going up against Haomaru, and like I said, this is going to be a tough match. Genjuro, obviously considered one of the strongest characters, but Haomaru, no slouch himself.
Not one bit. And again, like I said, just with these two characters, tale as old as time, I tell you. So somebody get Nicotine on the phone, right? But again, like I said, I'm really happy that I get to see, you know, Harumi actually on stage, man. I've been wanting to, like,
you say nicotine, and all I think of is caffeine nicotine. Get caffeine nicotine in the Samurai Shodown. Come on, Season 2, let's do it.
Like, well, could we even handle that, man?
They might. I keep joking, like they might have to change his name, so we should just call him C Nicky. That's what we should call him. C. Nicky. That's. See Nicky, just attacking you with his hat, you know. We've got a Tam in the house.
Oh Lord. Okay, now this is going to be a barn burner simply due to the fact that again we have two characters now. On one side, we have somebody who again controls spacing, has all the reach in the world and the damage output to back it up. On the other side, we have possibly one of the more aggressive characters on the roster. So it's going to become a matter where this isn't really going to be huge in terms of strategy, but there's going to be a lot of blood spilled here.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the things is Tam has a very, very slow and high jump, but has that instant overhead. But if it hits you crouching, you can't really punish it easily. But if it hits you standing, you can punish it really, really hard. Even on hit as well.
And again, slow, going with the no break dance, but Harumi is there waiting for the deep hit.
Yeah, just going for a couple lows. Let's see. Oh yeah, still going. What? That was the craziest hitbox I've ever seen. Genjuro kicking the sword out of the air. Now, a lot of weapons do have hurt boxes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the ways they balance a lot of these characters out. But the dangerous thing about Tam is even with that high jump, the overhead on the second hit of that stand kick.
Ooh, baby.
But running uppercut is a really powerful tool for Genjuro versus Tam. But right now, Schloke from the United States doing a great job here to start. Oh, punish? No. Missed it. And again, no punish. But the air-to-air from Harumi saying, I'm sick of you jumping around all day.
You know, and one of the important things about Tam is that they actually, they put a parameter on him. If you're throwing out the skulls, you have to wait until all the skulls crack before you can do it again. So you can't just spam out the Uga.
Well, I was about to say he's jumping around like a monkey, but he hasn't been changed to a monkey yet. That's Samurai Shodown 2, right? So yeah, that's the lore there. But that's going to be super punishable. And she goes for the weapon flip. I almost feel like if she just went for the super special, that would have been it.
Yeah.
And you have plenty of time to do that, because that would have did 80% damage, and that would have been the end of the game right there.
Again, Harumi, she's playing it safe, and I definitely have to give her the credit on that one.
Yep, you see the 3 fireballs there gutting through Genjiro's.
And I see it right now. Shloke, he's trying to bait out a blade catch. And that's right. Remember, you still have the ability to breathe fire with Tam after the weapon.
Tamtam's another one of those characters that just still has most of his special moves even after he loses the weapon. So you see Harumi trying to just defend, just to avoid the chip damage. But look at this. Oh no, did he get caught? It is.
She nails him with that 3-card box.
Nice. All right, Shloke was actually doing a good job with the comeback there.
Yeah.
And baited Harumi into trying to be a little bit more aggressive on the offense there. But Harumi was still able to take it.
And again, like I said, in no convincing fashion, but again, it wasn't a wash. That's the important thing.
Yes.
So, right back into it. 1-0 in Harumi's favor.
One of the things you got to watch out, obviously stand A and stand B are great poking buttons for Tam. You got to watch out for those deflects. We still haven't seen a deflect on stream yet, but that's why whenever they connect, it's just the craziest thing.
3 hits of that record.
Yeah, I mean, Genjiro still has the lows, and they're annoying to deal with, especially that 2B, but you just have to be aware of that standing kick. It's so good.
Yeah, like I said, it's a triple overhead. I can't believe I actually have the freedom to say that. All right, trying to send out the window, but again, no forward momentum on it. Sends out the skulls. Again, good patience there from Shloke.
Oh yes, he's going to be able to punish that with just a running C. Oh, and then there's that universal that knocks down. Like I said, it's just so good, and she's that chip rate. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
I said again, unfortunately with Tam, because of the long limbs and the size of his weapon, he has to commit to all of those normals, especially in the air.
Well, like I said, if you can catch him crouching, you're a little bit safer, but that unfortunately did catch Harumi standing. You have a little bit more hit stun when you're crouching. Oh, went for the low again, keeping it mixed up between the dashing low, so even though it doesn't look like a low, that's a low, and then mixing that between the standing 5K, which has that overhead on the second hit. So here we go. Oh no, too slow.
Quick enough on the draw, brother.
Oh, that's going to be punished. What's the punishment she has? Okay, goes into the uppercut combo.
All right, now this is again.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I can't. Oh, go.
And again, like I said, that was nerves right there because he wanted to go to the weapon flip.
But see, I'm not sure if he did because that would have been burstable and he would have been dead. And so I don't think he wanted to go into the weapon flipping technique. Oh, but Harumi is going to take it. She moves on the winner side of the bracket.
Again, like I said, just simple, light work for Harumi right there, man. And like you were saying earlier, this is one of the characters that, again, we saw. One of the Genjiros that we saw at the official SNK tournament. And just with the sheer willpower that she brings to this stage, man. Again, it is a commanding performance from Harumi.
Well, that is definitely one of the first Genjiros we've seen on this block, and a dominating Genjiro performance it was by Harumi. Yeah, it's interesting because every fighting game, I always feel like there's the one character that everyone's like, this is a top character. They kind of drop a little bit, and then there's the top character that's kind of stays up there.
Yeah.
Genjiro is the one that's staying, and Tam, I feel like, is kind of going down little by little.
I can say this, that basically what it is that, and this is where it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but this is where the Wong factor actually has to come into play. Because Justin Wong, has made a run with Tam like he has. It's worked to his advantage because, again, he's been winning a great many tournaments. However, it has also been broadcasting everything that Tam's capable of. So the more and more that you would see Justin's Tam, the more and more you would be able to see any particular weaknesses or any shortcomings in the character's gameplay. And now it's become relatively common knowledge for the entire community. So people are learning the best way possible to, again, find ways to counteract it, find ways to, again, work against it, find ways to use all of his strengths to their advantage and take him out of the game.
Yeah, and plus another thing too is I just feel like Tam works for certain players. So obviously Justin is going to be able to do things with Tam that a lot of other people aren't going to be able to do. So because it just fits to his style. And we have another old school face here on the right. That is Bucktooth, aka Campbell Tran, aka part of the small crew of Been to Every EVO club. which I am also a member of.
Nice.
But I've also been to B3, B4, and B5 because I'm old. That's another story. That's another story. But Campbell Tran, he's sitting here on the right. Again, like I said, a lot of old school players coming out of the woodwork to play this because it just...
It appeals, man. Like I said, again, it draws the crowd in.
A lot of the older fighting games, when you played them, you know, there wasn't a lot of differences on block and hit, you know, so, you know, you just kind of threw things out. You did things by emotion. I talk about this game, emotion. That's a word that I use a lot because, you know, I'm an emotional guy, and that's why this game just appeals to me so much. It just feels like it's so fun, and, you know, I just get so much pleasure out of playing this.
Okay, now, here's the thing again, like, see one of the new kids on the block come on in the pick of Yashimaru.
Ah, Yashimaru. Okay, here's a character that when he first dropped, I was just like, this character is not good at all. And then as time has gone on, now I think Yashimaru might be one of the strongest characters. Oh, this is Freno. Okay, I do not know what he looks like, but he is a strong player from Europe.
And good use of the blowback. You don't see that enough.
And Yashimaru. Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Hawamaru.
Let that one
You do
rock.
Hawamaru things, okay? But Yashimaru, because he's the only character with a double jump, it is such a benefit to him to have that movement option, and it throws the opponent off so much. You have to get used to it, and if you're not, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, that trade, the air-to-air right there. Again, Fiona walking away with it on that one, man.
What's another thing too is this Yashimaru, I mean, everybody has weapons that are just as long, but I feel like his range is still a lot higher than a lot of the other characters.
So particularly like all of his C attacks.
Yeah.
You know, like they just cover such a wide berth. All right, good area there from Bucktooth.
Empty jump, interesting. I think Bucktooth was trying to call out a double jump, but Freno did not do it. And again, you just see how having that double jump changes so much. There we go, the damage.
And the rage boost on that owl rush.
Oh, missed it. Just a B, not going for the C. I think he had a time for a C to be able to hit him, but didn't go for it. Out of there, but it's still chased down. But you know what? Unfortunately, that combo was too far and it didn't connect fully. Oh, Bucktooth trying to stay alive, but the double jump. He called out the double jump. He got him with the lightning burst, the Isen. Embrace death.
All right, now, here then, it works for, again, it gets him the round, but he now has to deal with no resources on his end, and Yashimaru has rage.
And here we go, the mix-up. Which side is he going to be on? And yeah, you got to block that on the way down.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a mix-up because no matter what, when he's in rage, he will turn around. Yashimaru is the only character that gets all of the special moves buffed when he has the rage.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, but it's out now, so no more.
Good just defense.
Good punish.
Rush, man. And again, this is the beauty of like Freenel's play right now. Freenel, he's not going to go too far as to commit. He wants to get in, get out, get his damage, and get back to the neutral.
Oh, see again that double jump, but running
Bucktooth
C.
is starting to read it.
Running C is so good, but yeah. Like you said, I haven't seen a lot of people using that, but at higher levels, I think as this game develops, we're going to be seeing Just Defend into blowback a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the window to do the blowback is smaller depending on, you know, which moves you blow back, and so you might accidentally spot dodge, so there is some risk associated with that. Oh, okay, here we go. And yeah, oh, he did it a little too early. If he had burst right when Bucktooth hit the B, he would have been able to punish and kill him. Oh, the rebound gets, he risked it. He went for the uppercut and it paid off.
And again, live, just like you were talking about, the range, again, it's above average. And when it comes to all of these standing heavy slashes that he has, again, he's going to be able to, again, gauge people enough that we're going to be able, they're going to think that, all right, maybe I can actually block this. Maybe I can like buffer in for anything. No, it's going to reach. Okay. All right, but again, 1-0 for no Phil now.
Greenhouse is one of the players that I do expect to go far in this tournament. But you know, I've known Bucktooth for years, and so I gotta go for. Let's go, Bucktooth! Come on, old man, let's do this.
And again, like I said, the beauty of Freenel is that he's one of, again, he's another scholar when it comes to any game that he plays.
Yeah. Oh, he almost. So there is a ton of delay if you miss that dagger from the air with Yashimaru. But again, there's that beautiful just defend and the blowback. It is punishable. Yes, you got to punish it right there. Bucktooth has to be worried now, though, because if he can train one more hit, if Freenel can get one more hit, went for the deflect. Okay, he's in range now that if he does the throw in the uppercut combo, he can get bursted and killed, but he does manage to get the hit, and Bucktooth takes the round.
Oh, yeah. I said again, El Simple. Good use of the fact that, again, he knows what his opponent's capable of. Again, you missed that spear throw. You're left out in the open. Again, good use of the double jump. Managed to get over the weak TP.
Just going for the 2C, get some damage.
Right, nobody home from the overhead.
See Bucktooth right now just trying to chase Freenel down. This is what Yashimaru does to you. Okay, goes for the uppercut combo again. He could have died if Freenel decided to burst, but because he didn't win the first round, Freenel most likely not going to use the burst. Probably going to save it for third round if he can get there. Oh, the water, the
bottle, man.
sake bottle. I keep calling it the water bottle in my stream chat's like, water, James? Really? Oh, no, it missed! Oh, and yet that's going to work out well for Freenel because now he's going to go into round 3 with his meter still intact.
And one thing that Freenel did in that round that I actually appreciate is that while it looked like he was just simply running away, he was evading to make sure that Bucktooth lost his rage.
Right, because again, Harumaru's rage is just so strong. You got to weather that storm.
Base goes to the overhead. Ooh, nobody
it's going to be good damage. And there he goes. He doesn't want to lose it. Yeah, now here's the mix-up. Left to right. Oh, no, he's not going to go for that. Okay.
Oh, nobody home.
Early on. Now this is a huge advantage for Bucktooth. No more E-Sen. No more ability to burst out of his uppercut combo. So he's got free reign to do whatever he wants right here. Here we go. Oh, no, he missed the uppercut combo.
Good overhead. Nice.
Oh, there it is. Bucktooth.
And the defense ties it up.
Take it. Game number 2 to make it 1-1.
Got a fight on our hands now, ladies and gentlemen. Freenel, again, like I said, taking the opportunity, putting some thought in things.
Okay.
I said again now, will he stick with who? No, is he going to stick with Yashimaru? He's going to switch it up. Maybe just taking a break, get some thought.
Oh, he's doing.
Oh, man.
He said, you know what? Enough of this, Yashimaru. I am going to Genjuro, and I am going to unga my way through Bucktooth. Let's see if Bucktooth, but see, here's the dangerous thing about Genjuro, right? Everyone knows he's the best character, which means everybody knows how to fight him. If you're coming into this and you don't have experience of fighting Genjuro, you are making a huge mistake.
Yeah, that is a huge disadvantage to have, especially on this stage.
Yeah. And so you know that everybody's going to have a lot of experience fighting against this character. Let's see if Bucktooth can handle this character change. Nice.
Those are the anti-air. And the command throw.
One of the faster command throws. Very low damage, but also very low recovery, unlike the regular throw.
Just try to go for that combo.
Now, you see when that card bounces off, when it drops on your head, it's an overhead. So he sets himself up some pseudo-unblockables, and you have to be careful of that. Oh, yeah, there's that overhead, but he did not commit to canceling it.
Nice trade.
You can't buffer the third hit of that standing kick, so you have to cancel the second hit in order to combo into the Rekkas. I love Campbell. Okay, Bucktooth.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that going to trade?
What?
Oh, my God. But that's going to be able to hit as well. And there it is. Bucktooth just going at it. The weapon flipping technique does not get used up unless it hits or the timer runs out. So even though it didn't connect that first time, he still had access to it again. But speaking of weapon flipping technique, here comes Freenel.
One good turn deserves another.
And again, like you said, Harumaru very strong even without the weapon. But there's the cross up on the Rekkas. And there's the overhead.
Again, like I said, further and further away.
Yeah, the weapon has basically been scrolled off the screen now. Campbell still might be able to get a great block on the cross-up, but Freenel says, nope, you are not getting your weapon. We are going this way.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, but
wow,
with no access to the weapon, it's essentially it right there.
It's a done deal, open and shut case. But both characters going into this now, match point for Freenel and Bucktooth.
Final round.
Exactly. Both still have rage. That's the main takeaway.
Yep. Oh, wow. I'm not even sure if that was a punish because I saw a counter on there. So that might have still been a punish. Oh, just outside of the range. Faked him out.
Make it count.
Oh, there. Oh, but he just goes for
the Demon Blade. Nice.
Interesting. Oh, well, you know what? The Eason would not have done a ton of damage. I mean, it still would have did almost 50%. So I'm surprised he didn't just take that damage while he had it. Gets the cross up, that mix up again.
Freenel is actually using his lack of rage gauge to his advantage here because now he had to force Bucktooth to actually be on the offensive. Here it comes.
And Bucktooth is going to send Freenel in the loser's bracket, and look at that smile on Bucktooth's face.
Man,
oh, man.
That meteor smash of an attack, man.
That is why Haohmaru is considered such a strong character. As I mentioned, not only does he have all the fundamentals and everything that you need for a good growing samurai, but that weapon flipping technique is the difference maker. And there it was. Campbell Tran moving on winner's side over Freenel, and that to
is
me,
impressive, man.
That is an upset to me. Not knocking on Bucktooth.
Oh,
here,
no,
but,
not knocking on either one of them. But again, so when it comes to Freenel, Freenel again, he is one of these scholars of the game. So for Freenel to go into a matchup and anything just kind of go off, even if it looks like it may have been just a tiny snafu or a crossing of the wires, it's still a huge moment. So definitely shout out to Bucktooth for that win right there. And again, shout out for the awareness of exactly where the reach on the weapon flip is going to stay. Because honest to God, literally half a step back, he would have been eating a cross-up record.
Yep. Yeah, great job, Campbell.
Brains, ladies and gentlemen, brains. Oh, man. And again, we still have more action coming.
Oh, yeah. We're just in the quarterfinals. Like I said, we're going through a lot of the pools here, the H pools. You can follow along on Smash.gg. I don't think they're updating the pools right away, but at least you can see who's in all of the H pools. Right, you just see the general progression
of what's happening right now. Again,
I mean, someone tweeted me one of the pools that was it just looked like this should not have been a pool. It's just not. I mean, let me see if I can find this tweet here because I retweeted it out, and it's just, I looked at this pool and I was like, this is not cool at all. This is not cool at all. Let's see here.
Again, like I said, moving on.
Yeah, here we go. This pool had Abao, Xiaohai, ZJZ, Koji KOG, Reynold, Kibetsu, and Score, as well as a player named Terra. And that was just in one of the quarterfinal pools.
Wow.
That is not cool at all. So shout outs to, I think it was Dandy J who sent that to me. Yes, it was. Shout outs to Dandy J.
Good on you, Dandy. But again, dude, seriously, just to even if this were a pool that started yesterday, I would immediately declare shenanigans. But we have to remember, like I said again, we've weeded out roughly about 75% of the people who came through. So for those names to end up on one list, either again that is just pure kismet at work, or again that is destiny happening now.
It's just the volume of amazing players here playing Samurai Shodown. You can't. It's crazy because all these names are from all these different games. You know what I mean?
Like I said again, there's a wide crossover. The cross section that we're getting with Sam Show right now is amazing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people know ZJZ as the Monot player, but he started in KOF. I mean, he's known for his KOF. So is Reynold. Reynold is a KOF champion.
He's a legend, plain and simple. All right.
Xiaohai, also a KOF player, but Street Fighter player. Abao, a Street Fighter player. Koji KOG, huge anime game player. Street Fighter player as well.
And they're all finding refuge in Sam Show.
It's wonderful.
Wow. Okay, so
if you guys are watching this and this game looks fun to you, I mean, definitely pick this up. It will be out on PC and on the Switch at the end of the year. If you want to be a little patient, but try to pick it up soon because it is a wonderful, fun game. And it goes, even if you, like, let's say you're like, you know what, I'm a Mortal Kombat player, I don't have time to play Samurai Shodown. I'm a Soul Calibur, I'm a Tekken player. This is a great game to have on the side and play because you can learn it quickly and have the enjoyment and have the fun factor out of it very, very quickly. So I highly recommend you pick this game up and play. Again, I'm biased because I love this game so much, and I just want to see more people play it. I just want to see more people. I want to see this game. Let's break some more records next year for Samurai Shodown.
That's it. Yeah, and the beautiful thing about it is, like, hopefully SNK has like the wherewithal to basically pull the free LC, maneuver that they did with the PS4. And again, for anybody who may not have been aware of it, when SNK announced the release date for Samurai Shodown, they openly said that, again, if you get it within a week's time of release, you get the first season pass completely free. Which means that, again, you're going to get the game, and you're also going to get any, extra outfits that they bring. You're also going to get, Rimururu, Basara, Kazuki, and my man Wan Fu.
Oh, yeah.
That is the one I'm waiting for, man. Wan Fu, like, more to the point. The pillar Wan Fu. Not the sword Wan Fu, not the club Wan Fu, the pillar Wan Fu.
The pillar's so nice looking, I don't know if he wants to carve his head into it anymore, But there's one more story I want to tell, but I'll tell it after this because we've got this interesting situation here. We got Michiru Kanazuki going up against Kogatan, and both of them with Yoshitora. Like I said, I really feel like Japan is a lot higher on Yoshitora than on the West.
I can agree.
And so we're seeing a lot of Yoshitoras from the Japanese players and Aru, of course, as well. Oh, man. A lot of air-to-air here, but that's what we're going to be expected to see because this character's jumping C is obviously very powerful. So we're going to see that a lot from both of these players against each other. And like I said,
good use of the guard point into the command throw. One more flower for the bouquet.
That's one flower right there. Another flower, that's two of them. So actually it feels like Kogatan's working on himself, trying to build up those different flowers. Actually part of his gameplay here. The problem is, as powerful as that 7th sword can be, as long as the opponent has an Isen burst ready to go, it's still a very dangerous tool to use.
Yep. Nice to play from. Ooh, just within range. That's going to do it. Oh, no, he's still alive.
Oh, my God, he's still alive. Oh, and then he ran into the stand C. And again, stand C, 4 different colors on 4 different strikes, 4 different blades, 4 different previous loves of his life.
Dude, again, like I said, the reach on that bad boy, full screen damage right there.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones that, at one point, it feels great when you land that 5C and you see it hit all 5 times. But then you just get mad at Galford. But that's a whole nother story. Oh, the double jumping C, and he's going to be able to get the big old combo here.
Again,
32 hits.
Locks down. Puts Kogatan in the corner. That was a quick overhead. Good defense there. Right, nice on the air-to-air.
Yep, and staying in that air-to-air. Kogatan making the comeback little by little, but oh no, he didn't kill him. He has a chance. Nothing is over until it's over in this game, but the kick is going to take that round.
And again, like I said, Michiru Kanazuki, beautiful adjustments there. So again, we tied up on rounds. Still, no one on the board just yet.
Okay, air trade to trade. A bit air-to-air trade, but whatever, it's all good. There it is, all 5 hits. And then the run-up throw afterwards into the command throw, actually, to get one of those flowers. But I think he's had that one already. You keep him from round to round, by the way, until you activate the 7th one, then you lose it the next round. But Kogatan's not going to worry about it because look at this. He has gotten so many. He has such a huge life lead at this point.
Wow, it's first.
Oh, he's. Oh, no, okay. Yeah. Oh, he threw him running up at him. He called out the run-up throw. And he got the throw first. And he's going to combo into his weapon flip that you can activate once you get the burst active.
Yes, sir.
And there you go, taking that first game.
Beautiful stuff there. And again, for everybody who's getting a KOF head, if you really want to pay attention, if you want to split hairs, you can say again, that is the feudal Japan power jump. So just take that for what it's worth. Oh man, but again, still. Oh,
he's gonna switch to Charlotte.
Oh, girl's back on stage, man. And now this could be the adjustment necessary. You know, because not to say that again, the Yoshimura no didn't work out too well, but again, you don't want to commit, particularly at this stage of a tournament. You don't want to run the risk of saying, all right, I had an opportunity to change and I didn't because I wanted to stick to my guns. So again, the character switch here is, you know, a good choice.
And as I've mentioned, I think Charlotte is very strong. The only problem with Charlotte is that she doesn't have the rich girl kick from all the other fighting games like Lily, Karen, and who was the last? Aurier, you know, because you know they're all the ones with the Ojo laugh, you know, and all right, but there you see, actually Charlotte, one of her biggest weaknesses is the fact that she does not do well on air-to-air because all of her jump attacks attack at a downward angle. Jumping B is going to be the best one that she has, but still then it's still aimed down.
Oh, opportunity.
Okay. Like I said, neutral jump very powerful, in particular for Charlotte as well. And then zoning with the fireball and the bayonet thrust. Oh.
Yeah, missed opportunity again.
Wow, just point blank, go for it. That's got invincibility on startup. The first active frame is vulnerable, so at worst it can trade.
Oh,
but still very good. DP, yeah, just doing it. No fear. Samurai never fear death.
Goes to the hurl.
Slide, yeah.
Good punish.
Punish, yeah. Always forget she has that move. That's a special move. Oh, the uppercut did not work.
Oh,
the jump C did.
Shut that whole full slash down. Not having any of it. And there goes your laugh.
Oh, beautiful uppercut right there. Went for the light one. And then the light one doesn't have the invincibility, but if you trade, you do clearly more damage than Yoshitora. That's the one weakness of Jump C, is that if it clips one hit, it only does 1/4 of the damage.
Yep.
Because there's 4 hits on it. Oh,
here we go.
Picking up that Jump C, he's going to get it, yep.
Nice, good use of the initial. Solid damage on that one.
Roll to the other side.
Raw DP. Again. Double tap that kick.
Again, Samurai never feared death. This empty jump.
The micro dash.
No.
Oh, no.
But see, remember what I said about Charlotte? Since her jump is so low, you see her, you feel like you can hit her there, and then you lightning dash too early and it misses, and then the universal overhead.
Oh, man.
Michiru Kanazaku.
And Michiru, again, getting up on the board. Like, Bolden having a good laugh about that, because, again, that was a turn of events right there, man. Like I said, you know, the fact that, you know, Yoshitora missed the E-Sen, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so funny because back in the days of Samurai Shodown, it was like 2, 3, and 4. When I was in school, I would always go to the campus arcade, and one of the Samurai Shodown players over there, every time he like did an uppercut and he knew he was gonna die because it got blocked, he would just scream out in the arcade, "Samurai never fear death!" And so, you know, I have to bring that back now that Samurai Shodown is back in the limelight.
Oh, man.
If he's out there and he ever hears this, dude, and he's like, "That was me!" Yeah, dude. I mean, legit, he would just do that. And everyone in the arcade would like turn and look and be like, "What the heck is happening?" And so, yeah, I got to yell that all the time when I'm commentating this.
Oh, that is beautiful. And now, like I said, we have gone completely full circle here. We started out with the Yoshitora mirror. We had the switch, and now we have the Charlotte mirror. Fancy that.
Oh, man.
With the home court advantage.
Got the true fencing match here.
All right, good gradation there.
Power gradation. There's
In that hold, man, with the overhead.
Interesting here because I think it's a. Well, let me check. Okay, yeah. So Michiru Kanazuki is in the red, and Kogatan is in the blue. I guess if you think of you know, Karen Kanzuki is in red usually. That helps you memorize. Got all these mnemonics here. Oh, nice! Heavy uppercut is invincible. Oh, did he catch her? Yeah, too far away, so that's a big punish right there. Just a dashing C, you probably could have dashed up and do her own weapon flipping. But then just uppercut in the middle of everything, and Kogatan taking round number 1.
Just take it to the skies, man.
Got the Ojo laugh on deck. One of these days we need to make a fighting game where we just take all the Ojo laugh characters and put them into one game.
Oh, God.
Get like Devilot in there.
I don't think my ears could handle that.
Ojo fighters or something like that.
Again, right now, it's true again, keeping his distance. Kicks.
Oh yeah, and there's that jump C again.
Make it count.
Oh, and he did. He made it count like you can't even imagine. Super special move. Oh, look at the damage. 80% gone just like that. And that should, I thought if he did the heavy one, it would have killed, but.
Opportunity there to like just really close this one out.
And boy.
Kogaton
still fighting.
Not dead yet.
Now, obviously, people are asking, how do you even let a move that does 80% like that in the game? Well, you're only invincible during the startup before you hear the Koto pluck, the dunk.
You're right.
After that, you have no invincibility, and you only get 1 per game. Whether you whiff, whether you hit, whether it's blocked, you just get 1 use of it, and it has a ton of startup.
Like I said, let that be a lesson, everybody. Everyone gets 1. Still, I said that was the turn of the tide right now. Again, Michiro is back and he's alive in this match. It's still relatively even pace from these two.
Okay, nice punish with the 6-6K. Caught him with that running slide. Everybody has dashing specific attacks. And that knee right there is so good as an emergency anti-air when you see someone whiff a jump like that. Oh boy.
Oh, man.
Oh no! Just missed that punish. That was a huge drop. I feel like Michiro could have taken it just on that. Kogaton's gonna activate. Oh, not a trooper. Oh, he's in.
Beautiful.
To save himself. Perfect timing.
And now I said this is all the tension right now.
Oh my God! Gotta watch out. You can still get an autocorrect on that Iset and stop Charlotte on the cross up. Oh! No!
What's he gonna do? Oh my God, he's just comfortable.
Oh, he tried to stab through. He couldn't get it in time.
And again, it was beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful because, like you were saying earlier, you made mention of this. When you are in Rage Burst, all of the moves that would be enhanced by Rage are going to stay enhanced. And again, he brought that out perfectly. Unbelievable, man. These two, again, seriously. Like I said, literally, if there was ever going to be a time to talk turkey and trade shop, it would be now. Because again, these two, they just fought 2 mirror matches with 2 different characters. So again, naturally, there's going to be there has to be some notes being traded on that.
And the character switch definitely working out more for Michiro Kanazuki.
Definitely.
But the story that I wanted to tell, because you were talking about how much you loved what SNK did with the free season patch and everything like that. I just want to give a shout out to the SNK team because they've been doing a marvelous job with this game. My favorite story so far is when the beta came out, we had one of the guys out there who does all the testing on input lag and said, you know what? This game has 8 frames of input lag, and if you guys don't know, that's not good.
No,
that is really, really terrible. And SNK got word of that, and they're like, okay. They fixed it almost instantaneously, said this is going to be a day 1 patch to fix this, and then they took their Japanese developer, flew him out to France, where the guy, that same guy who does all the tests, does his test, flew him out to France so he could use the exact same methodology on the test to test it, and he was like, yep, down to 4 frames. And then they flew him back. So they took the time and the effort to make sure we got the 4 frames of input lag, which is much better for fighting games.
What amazes me about that is that, again, the news of the 8 frame lag secondly came out. And before it could even make the rounds, the problem was already solved. All right, let's say, really take that into consideration. SNK, they're not playing any games, ironically, not playing any games with this. And again, they want to make sure that the people who play the game, they want them to have the best experience imaginable.
They're not playing any games, like I said, but they're not playing any games to make sure that we're playing all the games.
Exactly, though, man. But again, that is amazing. Now the question is, again, I do believe, all right, so again, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Going to shift things around a little bit, and again, we will see you guys back after this.